This is Fireman Ed, and you're listening to Jets Commute, Monday through Friday from 8 to 10 a.m. Jet fans, let's rock MetLife Stadium this year. J-E-T-S, Jets, Jets, Jets. Go Jets! This is Fireman Ed, and you're listening to Jets Commute, Monday through Friday from 8 to 10 a.m. Jet fans, let's rock MetLife Stadium this year. J-E-T-S, Jets, Jets, Jets. Go Jets! This is Fireman Ed, and you're listening to Jets Commute, Monday through Friday from 8 to 10 a.m. Jet fans, let's rock MetLife Stadium this year. J-E-T-S, Jets, Jets, Jets. Go Jets! This is Fireman Ed, and you're listening to Jets Commute, Monday through Friday from 8 to 10 a.m. Jet fans, let's rock MetLife Stadium this year. J-E-T-S, Jets, Jets, Jets. Go Jets! This is Fireman Ed, and you're listening to Jets Commute, Monday through Friday from 8 to 10 a.m. Jet fans, let's rock MetLife Stadium this year. J-E-T-S, Jets, Jets, Jets. Go Jets!
Morning, Cannoli, Nick. Wait for some people to get in here, start talking. I'm not the one to talk when nobody's in here, so. What's up, man?
Good morning. How are you?
Good, man. How you doing?
Doing well, man. Been watching the Mets a lot.
Yeah,
What a run.
they're exciting, man. They're never out of it.
I didn't see him getting out of the NLDS, man, but I mean at this point it's like you're playing with house money with
I don't
every
even
win.
think it's that, though, because since June, they're 65 and 40. So they've been
True.
the best. They've been the best team in the MLB. So, I mean, I'm not discrediting your point, but you know, the Mets, listen, they're not the favorite. I mean, they're the sixth seed. So,
You gonna try and go to any of the games?
yeah, hell yeah. Yep. I got season tickets, man.
That's awesome, man. We'll have fun and go Jets, go Mets, baby.
Yeah, Colts week is coming soon, man. Another month or so.
Right. You gonna
CB,
try
what's
and go
up?
to that one?
Yeah, I'm going. Yep. Sunday night. Maybe they'll move it. I doubt it, but
Yeah, hopefully we can get a couple wins, man. I totally could see that game getting flexed. So we
what
gotta,
out of the Sunday night?
yeah. If we're not competitive, I don't. I mean, I get it's New York, but dude, like Indy does, we don't get any. This is like the one primetime game we get all season. So they they be- they better keep it. But if we're a 2-6 team by or whatever it is, I don't know.
Yeah, but they may keep the Jets part of it because of Rodgers and who knows.
Right.
I mean, literally, the Jets could be in first place Tuesday morning, which is wild.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, that's a big one, man. I like Ulbrich, man. He's the leader of men. Let's see what he can do. I think it's really he's already, turning over the play calling to Downing. Like it's change, right? He's trying to get it right. So let's see it. And Downing, honestly, like, you know, when he was with Tennessee, like he didn't do a terrible job calling plays. Seriously, like whenever we played the Titans, he had a great game plan. I mean, he utilized his players the right way. I expect more usage from Braylon Allen, but yeah, let's see how it goes, man.
yeah, I
I think
agree.
this is the most talent that Downing has had on an offense.
Well, yeah, I mean, CB, I was just going to bring that up. I mean, I get it. Ryan Tannehill. I know Henry was really good, but he had Brown. Eh, Rodgers is way better than Tannehill.
He had 1 year of AJ Brown and Corey Davis together, right? Or was it two?
I'm not sure if it
Yes.
was. Oh, oh, yeah, that's right. Davis was there too. Good point.
I mean,
CB.
I don't know post injury, but I think overall, I think Mike Williams is better than Corey Davis.
Yeah.
I won't say Garrett Wilson's better than AJ Brown. I'm not
No.
gonna, lie on the timeline, but I mean, I think this is a talented offense when you look at the offensive line, the wide receivers. I think Conklin's not a bad tight end. I just expect Downing to be average, and that's all I need because Hackett was below average.
CB. He was below average as being nice.
It's Friday, PD. I'm trying to be nice today,
Yeah. On this app.
Good morning, fellas. I'm trying to be nice today. It's Friday.
Yeah. Sean, come
Hey,
on.
hey,
You could be more original than that. Come on.
No,
hey,
I'm
hey
I'm coming
Sean,
at CB
what's
this
the
morning. He's out here stealing no PD. He's out here stealing my content.
I was about to say, Sean, what's the slogan now?
What brick by brick?
Yeah, I stole that from Sean yesterday. I stole that from Sean, man.
So wait, is
PD, you
this
want that
still
Subway series? PD, you
what?
want that Subway series? I said, do
Hell
you want
yeah,
that
brick.
Subway series?
Dude,
I
do I
don't.
want it? I do.
I
I'm
don't.
a season
I
ticket
don't.
holder, of course.
I don't.
Yeah, because you know the Mets are gonna win.
Exactly.
Yo, the Yanks really can't hit, man.
Nah, look, man. It's the playoffs, man. I don't care how it looks as long as they win. I don't care. I don't
So
need to entertain.
you wait, you rather play the Dodgers than the Mets?
Yeah.
Damn, Otani will be destroying at Yankee Stadium.
Morning, everybody.
I think the Padres are going to win, though.
So do I. What's up,
Yeah,
office?
yeah, but
Sean
Reddick
was
is.
trying to coming in hot, huh?
Nah, PD. No, I meant to get at CB yesterday, but I couldn't. I had my son with me. I saw the title of his space. I was like, "What are you doing?"
I knew it was coming. Pause.
But yeah, nah, Reddick is an idiot. But who cares at this point?
But Sean, real quick, I got a quick comment on that. Listen,
What up?
I thought it was, and again, this is not to reiterate. I thought it was on both parties, Douglas and
Nah,
him.
I
You
didn't.
think this is all on Reddick?
Yeah, because I was doing some reading, and most of the agents that was talking about the situation, they said when it gets into the season, it's on the player because the agent is trying to make money. So if the player wants to hold out, he can't make him go in. But he can tell them what's going on. Like you're losing X amount of money every time you do this, so it means you're losing me money.
Yeah, Sean, I actually think now I don't think he's going to play at all now.
I
I
don't think he
really
wants to
don't.
play. Period. I don't think he
Yeah,
wants to play. Period.
Yeah, I don't even think he's going to come week 10 or whenever the deadline is. I really don't.
At this
Morning,
point, it
June.
doesn't matter.
Good
Then
morning.
fuck
Good
him.
morning.
Fuck him, man. If he don't want to play,
I
fuck
was
him.
done with
Rod.
him when week 1.
Yeah. I mean, it would be
It
nice.
sucks,
I
but
don't think, well, I mean, you think Adams is coming next week? I don't, Sean, listen,
ask me after
Sean.
the game.
Yeah, Sean, I don't know if you heard me yesterday. Bro, I am full 110% same old Jet right now. Like,
Nah.
bad. It's bad, bro.
CB tried to get at me the other day because of my newfound positivity.
Because I ain't used to it,
Yeah,
Sean.
but you,
You've been down in the dumps for
No, but I
weeks.
told you I wanted that man gone. That man is gone. So I'd be a hypocrite
Sean,
now by saying that I'm not on.
having an Avi of Woody, I'm not down with that, bro.
Yeah, man. Now look, Woody. It looks bad, but he did what he had to do. It just
I
it
will
won't
say this,
fix it.
Sean. I'm easing up on my stance because, like I was saying before, job wasn't finished. They demoted Hackett. As close as we're going to get
Yeah,
to a finished job, so I'm good.
yeah. Now they got rid of Hackett. Well, I mean not figuratively, but they got rid of Hackett. Now go out there and fucking win. Just go win now. No more excuses.
Sean, do you think they win Monday night?
I do. I do. I
The
think if they
old
win,
rally cry.
I think if they win Monday night, they'll beat the Steelers and they'll beat the
Well,
Patriots.
so you think they're going to go on a little run here?
If they win Monday, yeah. I just worry about the Houston game.
Yeah, but
Who
where's
y'all got the
Houston?
Bills this week?
Yeah,
Bills, Steelers, Patriots, then Texans.
yeah.
Ooh, spicy.
But they need to win Monday though. They do.
Spice.
Monday's going to be a lot for me. I don't know what to do.
Yeah, bro. I mean, the Mets play. I'm going to have to watch the game in the parking lot.
And then the Yankees play at the same time as the
Yeah, it's most 7 something.
No, it's 4 o'clock,
Yeah, the Yankees play 7:37, I think.
7:15, and then the Jets play 8:15.
Yep.
I want to see the Mets and the Yankees in the World Series.
Subway Series.
Yeah, y'all. I think the Mets would win too.
I don't know about that, office. How you doing there, brother?
Good morning, June, sir. How are you this morning?
Wonderful, man. My team took care of business last night, like I knew we would.
Got you.
I really do want a Subway Series because everyone, Met fans talk about what happened last time back in 2000. So let's just see if y'all ready for the.
Wait. All right. The Mets play.
I'm here. I'm here
Listen,
for all the
no,
smoke.
that I'm not in the mood.
That's right,
I can't.
dog. You got to. It's
No,
Friday. Bring the
because
smoke.
Met Yankees is low key crazy rivalry.
Yeah, it is.
It will. That place will be jumping if it's Mets Yankees, especially City Field. And Sean, I don't know if you're here. Oh, you left. City Field's better than Yankee Stadium.
I tell you what, that's a big ballpark up there. You can hit that ball
Where
off.
City Field?
Yes, sir. Like right field is gigantic. Like that.
Yeah, it is. It's an intimidating ballpark, man.
But
And office, they've moved the dimensions at least 2 or 3 times.
what for the outfield?
Like, yeah, like they built it for Jose Reyes to hit triples. And then people, it was hard to hit a home run there.
Yeah, because that one ball that Bryce Harper hit the other night, it just looked like there was nobody around because of the room. You know what I mean? I think he got a double on it. But
Yeah.
yeah, the guy on this morning on Baltimore's talk radio was like, I want to see the Mets and the Yankees, and I'm going with the Mets because we don't like the Yankees. They're in our division here, but they were saying the same thing because Baltimore, we moved that wall back too, and it's a lot harder to hit home runs now. But I think the Mets are
Yep.
coming with it, dude. They are looking good. The guy you got to be the most scared of is Carlos Stanton, though. He don't do shit in the
Yeah.
regular season,
Well,
but in the playoffs,
yeah,
bomb, bomb, bomb.
yeah, he's hot right now. Pause. What's up, Maddie? Ground. How are you guys?
Morning.
Good morning. Grounded punt. Good morning.
Good morning, Maddie.
So now that this thing came out, obviously it's on Reddit, but I thought in the beginning it was on both parties. But clearly,
Well, we don't know if he
CAA
fired them
fired.
or they fired. I know the news says that they fired him, but I mean, we don't know what the situation is.
I don't think Reddick's going to play this year, Maddie. If I'm wrong, I hope I'm wrong. I really don't think he's going to play,
Yeah.
man. Do you agree?
I don't know what to think at this point, but yeah, if I had to bet on it, I'd say he's not going to play.
Yeah, Maddie, I am in 110% same old Jet mode the last week, man. It's
I'm
bad,
not.
bro. It's bad.
Petey,
No,
even if
it's
he
bad
does
for me,
play,
man.
I don't
I
think he's gonna.
wonder.
Even if he does play, I don't think he's gonna play well.
I wonder if you and I know Mark was negative too. I wonder if you guys are in, because your hopes were a little higher than mine. I don't think my expectations were as high as far as
Well,
the
my
regular season
expectations
goes.
weren't winning the division.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
my expectations were.
I didn't think we would win the
Yeah, I mean, my
division, but go ahead.
expectations were
Sorry.
like, a 10-win team that they would, hopefully barely get into the playoffs and make a run. And I didn't think that they would
That's
get
what I
off to a
wanted
good
too.
start. Yeah, I didn't think that they
Hmm.
would get off to a good start either. So, like the record, it's just the manner in which they lost the games, and the record is what it is. I still think they're going to go 3-4, and then I think they're going to go on a really good looking run. The only thing that's going to stop us is if Aaron is hurt and he doesn't come out of the game
Yep.
when he shouldn't. And because I actually think that with a good defense and again with competent quarterback play, maybe even if it's like I don't know, maybe if it's competent scheme changes, even with a Tyrod Taylor, I still think they can win a lot of games. I've always thought that.
What would you guys say if we accidentally bumped into the next Dan Campbell with Jeff Ulbrich?
What, in Ulbrich?
Yep.
I mean, I think he deserves a shot. Ground, it's
Listen,
not the most popular name.
It's a win-win for the Jets, bro. It's a win-win because, at the end of the day, wouldn't it be nice to try out the coach before you hire him?
Yeah.
And
But Ground, yesterday there was discussion. I don't think you were in. I just want to clue you in.
okay,
Pete, I forget, I don't know exactly who on the space, but people were saying that, if the Jets go 8-5 and make the playoffs, I think Ulbrich has to come back. He has
Yeah,
to,
but Petey, we had this
even if they
conversation
lose in the
yesterday. Like
playoffs.
you and
Yeah,
I will know by watching the games. Forget their record. You're
yeah.
saying, well, if they go 8-4, if they go 8-5, or if they go to the playoffs, like I still think that you'll know based on the temperature of the locker room, based on how they look on the field. There's got to be an eye test. You can't just say because they go to the first round of the playoffs, this is this equation or this is that.
Mm-hmm.
If they look like a roster that's carrying the coach, I don't know.
Right. Like let's see how they look. They're about to play a schedule that's very manageable. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I'd love to see him do well. To be honest with you, this whole coaching search is fucking exhausting.
Jarek, just go in where you fit in.
Let it serendipitously happen that they actually found a head coach without trying to find a head coach for the first time ever.
How long's
Sorry,
Ulbrich
Maddie.
been there,
Didn't mean to cut you
fellas?
off, Maddie.
No, you
4
didn't.
years.
It's a good point.
4 years. This is his fourth year.
You got to fire.
Sometimes you just gotta luck into the coach sometimes, or
Y'all
luck
got
into something.
Y'all got to figure out a way how to get rid of Woody Johnson. He's costing y'all. He is holding y'all back.
Yeah, but he's not. But Jarek,
not going anywhere.
Let me just push back. Yeah,
Sorry.
Right. He's and it's Maddie. It's not just other fans. It's our own fan base.
Like this is never going to happen. It's the same thing that they said about.
Well,
Dolan
but then why do people
show up with these signs, sell the team? Great.
Yeah,
it's not going to happen until he gets
why
sued
do they still
for
say it?
Something like he's not, or I don't even think he's involved with Johnson.
Is he involved?
It doesn't even matter because this is not going. This conversation. I'm sorry, but they're never going to sell. Why talk about something that's never going to happen? We know the owner sucks. We know the owner is a problem. We know that some of these players might have been
You
close
guys
to
really
Robert, and
think
they
it's
might
the
hate
you
the owner because
guys?
of this.
You really think it's the owner?
I 100
Yes,
I
This
I
is
think
your
100%
the
agree
owner.
with
general
I think
Salah.
he's a
manager's
Of
problem.
course,
problem.
it's the owner.
This
Yes.
is your
The
GM's problem, fellas.
No, I don't. I'm not to blame. I'm
Hold
not to
on.
blame the general manager.
No, hold on here. Maddie, to your point
I
too,
like Woody.
bro. He's got his son, who's what, 18, his young son, in the day-to-day operations around the team.
What Woody
He's grooming
what Woody
him.
needs to do now is he needs to stay away from the team. Stay away from the team
To what end, though,
because
He
Maddie?
doesn't. He
his
doesn't want to stay away
decision
from the
was
team. That's
made.
that's the
Now he
problem.
needs to stay away because I actually think I actually believe that some of these players are actually sort of angry that the coach was fired. They might just be being cordial and sort of, paying their respects. But for the players that actually are sort of disappointed with this all, Woody needs to stay the fuck away. He made his decision. I actually think it was the right decision because he did it early enough when we still have a chance, as opposed to waiting for us to go 3-6 and then doing it. That would have pissed me off way, way worse. Now we still
Maddie,
have a
I would have.
chance.
Maddie, I would have
So
loved to see Salah be successful as the
we
Jets head
all would have.
coach.
We
Yeah,
all
but
would have.
But
my
but
my thing.
but to
I'm sorry. Go
blame
ahead.
this on Woody to me is crazy. He hired a GM. He gave the GM autonomy to run the organization, right? I don't know what happened. I would love to know the ins and outs of the Wilson pick. I would love to just know who wanted to keep Darnold and make the trade for the picks, because they would have gotten a haul for the second overall pick.
I heard it was
But
Woody.
like, look, he gave Joe Douglas all the power that you could ask for. Joe Douglas hired, whatever, it was a group decision to hire Salah. He gave Salah over 3 years to correct the team. I mean, I just don't. And I like Salah.
A very
Yeah,
bad
but
team at that, though.
but was it
He got the
what?
team to a certain level. They got to 7 wins, but
Right.
then he just wasn't. I
But
don't think that he was that guy to
They
take
were
it to the
coming
next
out
level.
flat all the time. They were outscored by over 200 points in the first quarter in his tenure.
But
It's just
we got to give Salah some benefit of the doubt, because let's be honest, the reason why you guys are in the position is not because of your defense. The reason why you're in the position is because of your offense. Your offense has been the ones that's been selection. Aaron Rodgers has not been playing great, and at some point, it's like, can you blame Salah for that sort of mistake, or do you have to blame the offensive coordinator who Salah tried to demote? He tried to get rid of the play calling duties before he was let go.
yeah,
And
but
for
they
what a lot
also
of y'all told me,
they
he's
demoted
been
him
trying to
anyway.
do that since training camp.
But they demoted him anyway. They demoted the play caller
Well, you got
anyway.
a top 15 running back with 1.8 yards a carry. That's what's killing you.
Right.
Is you guys going to have to run that football whether
Listen,
you like it or not for a
unfortunately,
little
in these
while.
situations, a big head has to roll. Unfortunately, it's very unfortunate. But like, his team was not waking up. They just
But
were
wait,
not.
do you think that? But wait, Ground. Do you think that the coach got fired? That Douglas should have got fired too?
Douglas, I think that Douglas,
No.
I honestly think that Douglas should have been fired more than Salah.
You
Like,
can't fire a general manager in the middle
yeah,
of the season.
of
You
course, yeah,
cannot
of
do
course.
that.
No, you can't.
It's
That's
much
the
much
hardest
harder
job
to
to get
do.
fired
You
from.
can't
Yeah.
do it.
What?
But if there's one person I would say is to blame more in this situation, I think it's the general manager, because the offensive
Okay.
line, which was supposed
What
to be the
would you
strength of the
say
team, is
then
now one of
if
the
the
weaknesses of
Jets?
the team.
So what would you say then if the Jets go on and win 10 games and they go to the fucking Super Bowl? Then what?
I mean, hell of a move. I mean, we got. I mean, we don't
Then
know if
you're
it's going to happen or not.
then
It'd be a
you're
hell of a move.
extending Douglas.
That's true.
We just don't know if it's gonna. I mean, like I said, it could
Exactly.
happen.
Exactly. It's
It
like
could
what
happen.
Maddie just said. Like you just listen. Like I said, I like Salah. I like to see nice people, good people, be successful. I hate this nice guys finish last cliche. I don't like it at all. I don't believe it either. I think you could be a good person and still do well at whatever you do. But you might have to work a little bit harder. But I think you can do it.
He lost
He
his
just
job because he
wasn't.
got to the podium. When Salah got to the podium and they said, these are the problems with the team, and he never showed the team a sense of urgency. He never showed the city a sense of accountability. That's why if the optics of him
He
being the
did the
coach
opposite,
were
Matty. He did
horrible.
the opposite. He
Right,
fucking
like
went
when
in the.
I
He
keep
did the
saying this. I
opposite. He
said this
went
the
into the
day
press
before he gets.
conference, and sorry.
No, go ahead. I don't know if he's talking, but the problem is that there was
Why don't you just go? Go ahead.
There's no sense of urgency when the guy went to the podium, man. Every time the guy was talking to me, whether it was after the post game, whether it was Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Monday, he never showed the shareholders of this fucking organization any sort of sense of urgency. And if that's how he was with the players, I'm sorry, but that's not good enough. It's not.
He
Can we
always
all
seemed
agree?
quiet
Wait,
and like didn't want to speak. You know what I mean?
yeah.
When he talks.
Can we all agree that? Do you believe Quincy Williams was talking about Salah after the game? Does anybody?
I don't know.
I
I
don't
think he
know.
might have just been talking. I don't know.
He probably was. He probably specifically was talking about the offense because the offense is the reason why y'all lost.
Yeah, sometimes they just talk out loud
Yeah, like
about
you know,
you
He
know what I
wanted
mean? It
it's
probably
someone.
probably
just
in
meant
He
general.
wanted
everybody.
someone to hold him accountable, whether it was
Yes,
the
Yes,
coach.
yes.
but
He
all
wanted
right,
Somebody had to be held
someone
all right,
accountable.
somehow, some way to hold
but
the offense accountable.
but Maddie, do you think Nathaniel Hackett has a real big voice in that Jets locker room? No
Fuck
way.
no.
I don't think he does. Right, right. That's
Nobody
my point.
respects Nathan
No,
Hackett, and everyone thinks he's the coach because he's his basement butt buddy. Period.
Yeah, he's over there sucking his thumb in the corner, fellas.
All right, chill with
I
that.
do. I do wonder how much control. How much control did Mo
Charlie
Salah
Brown,
actually
man,
have?
it was just Charlie Brown.
I said this in a space, and everyone was like, "What are you talking about?" I said, "Does Salah actually have?" I kept saying, "Does Salah actually have the authority to do anything?" Like on the offensive side of the ball, and everyone said, "Matty, what do you mean he's the head coach?" And I said, "Well, I don't actually know if he actually, even though he's the head coach, has the authority. And if that's the case, maybe he just got the. That's why he got the raw deal."
Yes, Maddie. But then to that point, Woody Johnson wanted Salah to be more involved in the offense, and he was in meetings, everything. And I think the offense, the play calling was worse this year. To be honest, I
Dude,
do. It
I
was
sit in
worse.
meetings with other departments at my company, and it doesn't necessarily mean that I have any sort of like control or respect or say. People are like, Matt, this is not what you do. But it's about authority or not authority. Like, why was it like they were always a step behind offensively? They were always a step behind. That's why they were always losing in games. And I know that, and the defense was great in the second half, but I didn't think the defense was great in the first half. Oftentimes.
But you were in most of these football games for the most part. You know what I mean? Like last week, you had so many opportunities to jump out in front, and it just didn't happen for them. You're right.
I think Salah would have kept his job if he in this market. I think he would have kept his job if he demonstrated a little bit more of a verbal sense of urgency when he was at the podium. I mean, every single fan said he was horrible all the time, and a big part of why they said he's horrible was because of how he was handling the media.
Matty, after the game and on Monday, he had this very lackadaisical demeanor that he was just like,
Yeah,
you know,
he would look dead. He would
he's
look
just like,
dead.
yeah, there's a lot of season left. It's just the first 5 games. We'll figure it out. There was no urgency.
There was no sense of. I agree with you, Ground, 1,000%, 1,000% on that one.
It doesn't
It just
bring me
don't
any.
feel
Doesn't bring
organic
me
when he
any. Doesn't
talks.
doesn't bring me any joy to say it either.
Yeah, but Office, to be fair, I mean, I know you're not a Jet fan, you're a football fan, and I respect you for that, but we hear this shit every day. Like, I tried to give Salah every excuse in the book. I didn't, but after last year, especially during the offseason, I'm like, just shut your mouth during the media. Just say what you have to say.
Yeah.
Don't keep
Right,
explaining and move
right,
on. And he digs himself a
right.
hole.
That's right.
Well, he dug
He
a big
he
hole
didn't he,
now, like you said. I mean,
he didn't handle
I'm
the
certainly
Egypt
not
thing.
rooting for him per se.
I don't think he
What?
handled the Egypt thing
Ground?
so well. The Egypt thing wasn't a good look either.
Yeah.
You know, kind
Charles,
of.
I know you came up. What's up?
Yeah, hey,
Hold on.
what's
Hold
up?
on.
What's up? What's up?
What's
What's
up?
up,
Monday
Charles?
night, big game. Let's see if this is the another page's turn. We gotta make shit hard as Jets fans. We can't be easy. It's always fucking hard. It's New York. We gotta add the drama and all that other bullshit. We can't just win consistently and call it. Gotta be a fucking
Nope.
damn
And
bake in our
Charles, you know
lives.
what's crazy, Charles? Charles, we win Monday night. The Jets are in
First
first
place.
place. It's
Yeah,
wild.
yeah, but
It's
yeah,
wild.
it's
Then
just
And if we lose, it's Panic City to the fullest.
oh yeah, if we lose now, it's gonna get bad because the coaching change didn't help any at all, at all. We'll see, we'll see.
look, if they win
Hassan Reddick
on
then
Monday, they
got
could
rid of
still
his.
easily lose to. Go ahead, Charles. Sorry.
No, you got it, man. Go ahead, go
No, I
ahead.
was just saying if they lose on Monday, I think there's a really good chance that they're going to lose to the Steelers. I think it's just going to be the reverse, the other way. So
I think also how they lose is important. If they come out and get punched in the
No, we
mouth and
passed that. How they
and
lose
get
shit.
and get
We
pushed
passed
and
that.
get pushed around, not really, Charles. It's Ulbricht's first game as a coach. You know what I mean? Like if they come out and they play hard and they keep the pace of the game in the second quarter, and maybe they score first instead of Buffalo scoring first. And this is the time to beat Buffalo. Buffalo's got some injury issues that they have to overcome,
You're not.
and
In my mind, you're not. It's not going to be like abrupt changes. It's not going to be that big of changes. You got a new play caller. You still have the same
that's
personnel.
pretty
You still have the same
that's pretty
personnel.
abrupt though.
Yeah, but not really. They're not changing the scheme up. They might be a little more aggressive and shit like that. But as far as play calling, it's going to be the same shit. This is up to the players, man. You playing against Buffalo. Allen's barely playing. You don't have their top wide receiver. James Cook is hurt, dealing with legal issues at well. You got a lot of shit on your side. You're at home. I don't want to hear.
Their defense is poop.
Yeah, it's not about how we lose or how we know. You win the fucking game. I'm done with that bullshit. Or if we fight and we
Can
play hard.
can you guys hear me? Hello?
I hear you. I hear you.
Hello?
I hear
yeah,
you,
we can
Petey.
hear it,
I had a
Pete.
call.
Charles is
All right,
talking. You
I'm
hear
back.
Charles?
I had
Copy.
a call. Sorry. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Does
I
the
just want to
does
make sure I
does
didn't
the
lose the
room feel
space.
that way? Is if we lose but we fight and we show some
No,
energy?
no, no, no. This is a
No,
home game, and like you said, we're playing a team that's got some injuries. Like the Jets got to win this game. I don't know if the spread
you gotta
moves.
Yeah,
win.
but
Thank
Matty,
you,
you really
Maddie.
expect Buffalo to lose 3 games in a row? I mean,
No, I
Buffalo's a
don't.
really good team.
I
Uh,
think I think y'all beat the shit out of Buffalo. They got little ass boys on defense. You guys wide receivers should eat them for breakfast. They got little boys in their secondary.
I don't
Baltimore
think that's fair to say.
absolutely took
Buffalo's a
them
really
to the
good team.
trash can.
Yes.
We took them to the
I
What?
don't
Wait,
think
wait,
trash
that.
wait, wait,
can.
wait a minute. What little boys in
Aaron
there?
Rodgers
All
got
right.
to take them to the recycle plant.
He's a Raven
no,
fan,
okay, no,
so
Yeah,
I
I know,
don't
I
think
know.
Oh,
I,
I
I
thought that was
actually don't
Jim
I
Taylor
actually don't
speaking.
no, it wasn't. I don't think the
Oh my
Bills
God, Sean.
secondary besides I think what's his name? The Cole what's his name? Bishop?
Cole Bishop.
Yeah, that's I mean the Bills corners are really good.
How
Like
do,
I don't think
Yeah,
that's
our
the
corners
do
are
issue.
you
good.
feel
It's
that,
I
just our
think
Petey?
that
safeties.
Though?
Our safeties are not the our
I
safeties are not
I
the
wait, wait,
problem.
wait. I think with James
Don't
Cook, if
credit them
James
too
Cook
much,
is
Petey.
out, if I'm not praising them, but they're still the team to beat in the AFC East until proven otherwise. I'm not praising them.
Fair enough.
But if
Fair
they
enough.
have James Cook, if James Cook is out, if who else? If Khalil Shakir is out, and if Ed Oliver's out, the Jets. There's no excuse for the Jets not to
They'll
win
find a way to fuck
Monday
it up,
night.
Pete. Don't hold your breath.
Petey,
Well,
I'll say this about at least with Ed Oliver. Dwayne Carter, we didn't miss Ed Oliver last week. Dwayne Carter was probably the
I
best player
heard
on
he
the
was
team.
a
Yeah, he
beast.
was a
Yeah,
monster. So
Nate Geary said yesterday
yeah,
he
he,
was a
he was
beast.
awesome. But no, Petey, listen, Josh Allen has got to. I mean, Josh Allen, he's got to play better. I mean, he played like absolute shit. Didn't play in the structure of the offense. Did not take a lot of the easy chances. Decided to try to go for the deep ball a lot. Was inaccurate with the deep ball. Going with Mac Hollins and Mac Hollins and Dalton Kincaid. But Joe Brady, he's got to be better. We can't we have not used Dawson Knox at all in this offense. We have not been running a lot of heavy sets, especially with 12 personnel. We've been running a lot
I
of,
agree.
Curtis Samuel's been lined up in the backfield. I mean, literally.
Isn't he hurt too,
Yeah, he's
Jarek?
hurt. I mean, yeah, I
Sorry.
mean, he had a turf toe. I don't even think he's 100%. He's been dealing with a turf toe injury. And one thing about the Jets, you guys like to play a lot of man coverage. So for the most part, like the Ravens did, they put Marlon Humphrey in the slot. And whenever we decided to run our receiver out in motion, boom, they jumped on it because they automatically knew it was a screen. We tried to beat the Texans last week because the Texans are a very athletic football team, and you cannot beat them literally, by trying to go lateral. You have to extend the field. You have to try to go. You have to, you have to play vertical football. And instead, we decided to, test their strength by just going lateral all the damn time to try to set the deep ball. Didn't work. So I don't know. We'll see what Joe Brady does. But Joe Brady, Josh Allen, and they got to play better. Got to play
Now,
better.
Pete, what am I supposed to do if the Mets and the Jets are playing at the same time on Monday?
You got to watch the Mets on your phone. I don't know, man. That's tough. I don't know what I'm. Well, the Mets are on at 4 o'clock,
No,
Giambi.
on Sunday they are, but I think on Monday they're going to be on at the same time.
No, it's at 4 o'clock. The Yankees are on at 7.
I
The
don't
Mets
know.
play
Adam
at 4
Schefter
o'clock.
tweeted I thought that the Mets were playing at 7.
No, they're playing at 4 because the Mets have a game on
Are you going to
Wednesday.
be
They're not going
singing
to put them at
Oh
8
My
o'clock.
God" from your seats at the Jets game?
No,
Can I ask something? I
no,
want to ask something
no.
to the guy that was talking.
I'll play the trumpets.
I want to ask
People are going to be wondering why Petey's
When
cheering.
the
Aaron Rodgers
Buffalo
throws
guy that was
another
talking.
interception, I'm going to be singing "Oh My God."
Well, that.
If I were you
But
guys, though, I would keep Josh Allen in the pocket as much as
here's my
possible
thing,
because when he
Office.
breaks the pocket, he's dangerous.
Well, here's my thing, and Jarek. Again, I don't know, Jarek. Are you here?
Yeah, I'm here.
So, to me, I said it to Nate yesterday. If Shakir's not playing and Dalvin Cook, James Cook is not playing, I'm sorry. There's nobody on the field besides Josh Allen and maybe Kincaid that scares me. There's
No, I don't
nobody.
blame you. I
So
mean, our
it's not a knock. You
Dude,
guys
he
are
can.
you guys are decimated by
no, I
injury.
don't
I
blame you.
think Josh Allen needs to play
No,
Superman.
I don't. Yeah.
That's what I
And
think.
then last week Josh Allen played like shit. The big reason why was because I think he was affected just based off of last week. We didn't have anybody that can create plays. You can tell that Josh Allen doesn't trust. He doesn't trust the Joe Brady scheme. He just doesn't. He does not. I mean, he
And like,
refused to play in structure. He refused to do what he did the first 3 weeks, was just play in structure because some of those concepts were. I mean, Joe Brady's passing concepts were terrible, but it was there. The plays were there to be made, and he refused. He refused to take the deep shots instead of going with the initial option.
Jerry, first thing I said before the season started, it's hard for a gunslinger to sit there and take dinks and dunks. He's been gunslinging his whole fucking career, his whole life, high school, college, everything. Now you guys want him to change his style.
Hey, June,
It
is
don't
it
mean
fair for
nothing,
me?
man.
Cook,
June, I have a
baby.
question. Is it fair for me to say that Hassan Reddick is a special kind of clown? When do you ever see a agency drop a player? Like, this is just out of control.
I'm like Matty Ice. We don't. I mean, I know it's been reported, but we don't really know the full story. So I'm not even gonna comment on it because I don't really. I don't. We
Does
don't
it
know
even
Yeah,
everything.
matter
the
anymore, June?
I
agency
mean,
Because
might
it
June,
does,
other
does
than
it even
Le'Veon
fucking
Bell, who
matter?
said that he was going to hold out the whole year, though, this is insane at this
I
point.
think Giambi. I think he's not coming. I think he's going to hold
Yeah,
out. But
he's a
if
moron.
I'm
He's cutting
wrong,
off his nose to spite
well,
his face.
but again, I thought that all along it was both on Douglas and Reddick. I thought it was both of them. I've been saying that, and it's clearly. I mean, Maddie did state that this morning, and June's saying it now too. With what Maddie said, we don't know the real
Yeah, but
truth.
Pete,
But to
I
me,
said it
it's
was Douglas's fault at first, and in the beginning I blamed him. But now this is just completely out of hand. I've never seen something like this ever. Like this guy, and the fact that his agency dropped him. Like his father must be making like it's like one of the movies where the father's like, "We want 25 million, or we're not coming." Like it just must be some really crazy out there story. Like this is insane.
He's probably being really unprofessional about it, dude. He's probably coming unglued with his
he wants
agency
his
and
He was
shit.
money.
That's what
exactly
happens.
exactly, Petey.
I don't
Well,
blame
he's
him. I
losing
don't
more
blame
money
June.
than
him.
he's going
So
to end up making
wait,
after taxes.
June,
Idiot.
June. Before we get June.
What
So
up?
all right, I understand how your stance is, but you what were you in the side that it was? I forget because there were so many people. Did you think this was all
I,
on Douglas in the beginning? I don't think you were like that. Brown, mute.
You
I
talking to
was on
me
the
or June?
side. I was on the
June.
side first that it was Douglas, and as things went on, I'm sitting there saying it's both parties. It's both parties. It really is both parties. But I mean, you can't be mad at a man trying to get his money because once again he's turning 30. So this will be his last big contract for his position. So I mean that's why none of the players are mad because they understand like he's trying to get his
Yeah, but
money.
June, he won't even walk into the building. How can you show good
But
faith
yeah,
when you won't even walk into
but
the building?
Gianni, let me ask you a question. So in order for any of these players to get a deal, they have to come into the facility. Most of these deals are done over the phone.
Yeah, but you know what, June? You're a new player. It'd be like you leave your job, you have a good reputation, whatever. You got to go in there not, I don't know what the right word is, but you got to surround yourself by the people, take in the culture,
So
build
so so
somewhat
so let me ask
relationships.
you.
No, sir, you can't do that. You
Gianni,
cannot do that.
exactly. So Gianni, let me ask you a question. What if what if word came out that when he came to do the press conference, he was waiting for Joe Douglas to talk contract, and Joe Douglas didn't talk contract to him? We don't know. This is what trying to say. We don't know. He was in the building at one point, so why didn't they talk contract then?
No, I mean it was like April at that point. I just go
It
into the
still
building.
still doesn't matter. I
Well,
mean,
it
if you're going
matters
to trade
now,
him,
June. He has like over $15 million or whatever it is in fines. Like he's just a moron at this
But
point.
what I'm not feeling sorry for that though. But here's my point, June, and to back that up, they've been saying it. Just go up there. That's where I think Reddick is wrong. If
but
Reddick shows up to one Jets drive, something will
but
get done. Just
but
go.
But
but
I'm with
Peyton,
June. I'm with June on what he said. June
Wait.
said,
Let me hear June. Let me hear June. Go ahead, June. Go
my
ahead,
point
June.
is, you don't have to go there to make there's no majority of deals are done over the phone. So why do I have to show up there? First of all,
Like
if I
deal or
was there
no deal.
already, if I was there already and you didn't talk the deal to me, now you want me to come back? Like it doesn't make sense. We can agree on the phone. Boom. All right, I want that. I'll be up there to sign a contract. That's like, I mean, to sit there and say we're not going to do a deal until you come here, that's stupid.
Yeah, Pete.
Charles, what
Everything doesn't have to be
Charles,
in person.
I
let's touch on
no,
that
I
though.
get
Let's
it.
It was
let's
a
touch
joke.
on what
Pete knows
June
what I'm
said.
talking
Let's
about.
let's touch on what June said. When he came, when he came there, how do we know that wasn't
right?
nothing set in front of him then that he didn't like?
Right.
I never thought about that. I really never
Me
thought about that.
neither. That
When
that
he
was one of the
that was good.
yeah, I that's an interesting comment you just made, June. I never thought about that. That maybe he thought in his mind, like that was actually him showing up, and he thought he was going to talk contract right then
Exactly.
in his mind.
Right?
That was
June,
good to
keep
me.
See?
June.
Yeah.
June, can you do me a favor? Keep going, man.
No, no.
Because
I mean,
you're on to
it's a
something here.
point.
No, I was.
It's
He
a
should quit
point.
while he's ahead. Just kidding, June. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
that
No,
was it. Yeah, that was it, June. That was it. Yeah, you started going a
Oh,
little
I
too
think
June.
he
See
far,
needs to
but
that?
yeah,
go
that was
there.
it.
June,
I
Just
disagree with
June,
drop the
June.
I
I
mic,
think he
June.
should
Drop
go
the
there.
mic.
I think a lot would
bad.
be resolved. They could get face to face, and they could potentially resolve
But
it.
that was their time to be face to face. I hear what you're saying, but that was the time. And he was like, okay, a contract should be set in front of me right now. I'm here. It's a new day. I'm at a new
Facts.
facility.
Yeah, but
I'm meeting
what are you
everybody.
looking to prove, Hassan Reddick? You already have like $12 million or whatever it is in fines. Whatever contract you
That's
get, you
listen.
lost. You're an
One
idiot. You
thing
got
you
the
go
dunce
one
cap.
thing you go wrong with is counting another man's pockets. You don't know what
Thank,
is in his mindset.
thank you.
You don't know what he's
Yeah.
thinking or what's going on with him. He has
And
plenty
you
of
don't
money.
have no clue.
Well, I don't. I
It's
don't.
on him.
Whether you want me to count another man's pockets or not, $12 million is $12 million, and you have to be a major clown to lose $12 million out of spite.
Hey, that's your personal opinion, but I can never. My mailbox does not say Hassan Reddy. It says Mr. Berry. I can't count that man pockets. Whatever he's
Right.
doing, He's doing it for a reason.
Well,
I
Mr.
just don't
Berry,
know.
I also know we're not professional athletes, and I know if I lost $120,000, let alone $12 million, I'd be very upset. So you must be Rockefeller, Mr. Berry. So
Yeah, but look what
congratulations.
happened with Jermaine Johnson, right? That happens right in front of Hassan's face. Essentially, it's he's thinking to himself, I don't. If that happens to me, it's over.
Dude,
My
NFL
point.
money
That,
is Russian
hey,
roulette
Maddie,
money anyway.
that's
It's
my
Russian
point,
roulette
Maddie.
money,
Maddie,
no matter what.
that's my point. Why would you sit there and take a chance?
Right,
And this is your last fucking chance
right,
at the bite of the apple. Why would you go out there and come on, man?
right.
That's asinine. It's stupid. So once again, if I'm look, you know you made the trade for me. You know what I was looking for. I come there for a press conference. You don't want to talk contract. You already knew what I was here for. I'm out. You'll come
And
back.
that's what I
Why the
got.
fuck am I coming back?
What is
That's
this,
big right
American
there.
Idol? You're out, June?
Yeah, no, I'm
No, it's
speaking
Shark
speaking of
Tank.
him.
I'm out.
I guess
Vince,
you
jump
want to
in.
please
You know,
your ideas and
you know
shit,
who was always the
GRB,
first one
but
out on PD is Damon, the FUBU guy. He's always out. He never invests.
Uh, uh, well, I mean, he's
You know
loaded
what,
though.
He always
He
Maddie?
goes.
Your
He always
definitely
golf
goes.
invests.
cart,
I'm
it
out.
just looks too
He's
original
worth
and plain.
15
And for
million,
that reason,
fellas.
I'm out.
I've
Wait,
never
hold.
seen him invest in a
Uh,
company. I'm just saying. Go ahead.
hold. Hold on, Vince. Before you make your point, what was your stance in the off season? Did you think this was solely on Douglas for Reddick,
No,
or were
I
you, or blaming Douglas and both? I mean, I was on both. I mean, I'm not trying to be 50-50. I thought it was a little bit more Douglas, but I thought a lot of this was
no,
on
I
Reddick too.
I was actually more. This was on Reddick than it was on Douglas from the beginning. I thought Reddick. I think one big thing that everybody is really missing is that reports came out, and the thing is with this, the weird thing with this whole situation is that everybody seems to always be getting half the truth. I mean, there's so many conflicting reports about this whole situation too that's really hard to follow. But I think one of the big things with it is that apparently in the beginning, Hassan Reddick did turn down a contract from the New York Jets when he was traded. Um, that he did not like, which is fine. He has the right to turn down a contract. But if he is turning down a contract, if the New York Jets are basically sitting there saying, you have never stepped foot in our building except for a press conference, you have never played with us, you have never done anything with this team, and I am offering you a long-term deal or an increase in salary, and you are turning that down. Now the ball is in your court. I have absolutely no problem with the Jets then taking a step back and saying, okay, you want more than what we are offering you for a guy that has proved nothing in this franchise. Show up, show us that you want to be a part of this franchise, show us that you can perform at a high level for this franchise, and then we'll talk for a contract. And I think that's the important part about this is that that's where I stand mainly with he just needs to show up, because if he shows up and proves that he is still the player he is, he wants to be a part of this team, he wants to be a part of the franchise, they will work on a deal. That's the difference of just having a contract over the phone. He's proved nothing for the Giants, similar to what Matt
Now, now,
Judon. Matt
now,
Judon.
now, 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 Vince. The pushback to that is, I don't have to show you shit. You traded for me.
You do though,
You traded for
but you
me.
know what? Does not have a guaranteed contract this year or anything longevity. You do have to prove it. You are not. Yeah, you traded for him, but who gives a shit? You traded for a guy who, even though he's upset with his contract and wants more, you traded for a guy for 1 year with $14 million non-guaranteed. That's what you traded for.
Yeah, but what? So but like think about that. Why would he play if he knows that because you never know. He takes one snap and he can snap his ACL and then that's it.
That's my
100.
point.
I agree
Like
with that point.
you just you don't know. So it's kind of like Hassan Reddick he believes that he has the leverage, and if he and again he's 31. Pass rushers can play at a high level at 32, 33, even 34. They can play at the high level. So Hassan Reddick he believes that listen. I can sacrifice this year. Somebody's going to give me money. This team is like the NFL is desperate for elite pass rushers. Somebody's going
PD,
to give me my money.
PD, good morning. I'm a week early. I only need 30 seconds. Um, Best of luck to you this week versus Buffalo. I'm in a tourist spot because I really like Buffalo as well. But yeah, Next week, Petey, you got 7 days because it's a Sunday night game for the Steelers.
Oh
Petey, no, hold
yeah.
on, Petey, please.
Yep.
Please make sure you
Go
have
ahead.
Cal as the co-host because you had Cal. Hold
Who?
on, brother. Hold on, brother, please. You had Cal come in.
Who's
Or
Kyle?
I'll get his name. He's a Jets guy. He said that the Steelers weren't a good team. I was in your recorded space. He said we're not a good team. So I would like you to come. I would like you to bring him back. So I ask a couple questions, but I don't want to make this about me, man. I hope you guys good. See a couple familiar faces, man. You guys have a good weekend, man. All
You
right,
too,
brother.
man. I'll make sure
Yeah,
that
I'll talk to you. I'll
you
get
can
his
reach
name.
out to him.
You too, bro.
Going back for 1 second. Oh shit! Did I forget what I was gonna say? Oh no.
Yes, that happens to me all
Here's
the
the thing
time,
too,
Vince.
though. It's like, yes, I get the whole aspect of Hassan Reddick, right? But then think about it like this: why should Michael Carter play? Why should DJ Reed play? They are in the same situation as why. You think
Yeah, but
about
they were, but they are part of the organization. They've been a part of the organization for more than a year.
Right.
Vince, I'll leave Carter out of it. Like Vince, to me, I agree. Like DJ Reed, I thought could have held out. Like
Hmm.
I think, I asked Will Parkinson about this earlier this year with Quincy Williams. I said the Jets need to extend him in the offseason. I know I don't want to talk about this, and Will thinks that he's going to hold out if they don't extend him because Quincy Williams deserves the
He
money.
does.
Hey, Pete,
And I just think Reddick wants long
this
term
what this
security,
Yeah.
exactly
Vince.
what happened,
which
y'all.
is
Look,
which is fine,
look.
but you
Joe,
also cannot pay a guy. I don't care how accomplished he was with other teams. You as a GM cannot pay a guy coming in on a trade that has given nothing to this franchise before you pay your guys that you have drafted, developed, and that wants to be here. You cannot pay him a long-term deal before Michael Carter, who's a guy
and
who was drafted.
and that's
So
why.
so
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
that's why you shouldn't have traded for him. What up, Jerry? Go ahead, finish.
Now, I was about to say that's why Michael Carter and Reed are not. I think this is why they're playing is because they know the system. They've been a part of the system. They're familiar with the organization. They have great relationships. I can guarantee you
Correct.
they got promises. I can guarantee you they got promises. Hassan Reddick has no continuity with the fans. He has no continuity at all with the or barely any relationships with the coaches and the stuff. He's in unfamiliar territory. Barely even bought a house there. So
Yeah,
it's
Yeah,
but
kind of like
promises or
why
but
not, he
Jarek,
got a
one,
recommit?
contract though.
yeah,
Before,
Well,
all right, but
but
hear me out real quick. I'll be 15 seconds, Vince. The fact Michael Carter, no, because he's on a rookie deal. He was a fifth round pick. I don't think he had the balls to hold out. Excuse me. But
fact.
Reed, on the other hand, a veteran, yes. Michael Carter, I don't even think should be in this conversation. Continue.
but here's the thing:
Right.
is that is that before Michael Carter and before promises or not, Hassan Reddick got a contract. Now we don't know the scope of this, but Hassan Reddick had a long-term deal with more money, probably guaranteed money, in front of him the second he got traded to a team that he's proven nothing for to know if he fits in the system or not, that he's given anything to fans or anything. He got the contract and he turned it down. And if that contract was dog shit, which we don't know because it hasn't come out, we can have that conversation. But he got the contract before anybody from this organization, and it was his choice to move on. Why would the Jets then cater to him?
Hey, Vince, let me ask you this question, Vince. Now, we already know that he's getting at least $10 million. He's $10 million underpaid. Now, if Joe Douglas, which we all know, he pitches a lot. If Joe Douglas lowballed him, why would you take it? No, number two, if you had any question of how he performs in this system, why trade for him? Number three, every every place he's been, he's gotten
It's
double
a great
digit
question.
sacks. Every place he's been, he's got double digit sacks. He has a resume. So to sit there and act like, yo, you got to do something for us, that's act. Why would you trade for him if that's the case? If that man got to prove anything to you, why would you trade for him?
hey June,
He has a resume.
look. This is what happened, man. Joe traded for him for
Cook,
that
Jerry.
third round pick. He didn't. He lowballed him with the contract. Reddick
Yes.
felt upset about it. He said, "Fuck you. I don't need to play for you." And this is why we're here. This is
Yeah.
it's no sense in going down a long road. And at this point, it's pride. At this point, it's both sides. You got
But,
Joe
but
saying he
that
need to come into the office and we negotiate, and then you got Reddick saying, "The hell with you! I was there, and you lowballed me, so it's nothing to
And
talk
you
about
didn't want to
anymore."
talk. Right. I was there. You didn't want to talk about it. And
And that's
that's what
where
I
we
said.
at.
That's what I said a month ago. At this point, it's not even business no more. It's fucking pride. That's it. It's personal. It's not even business anymore.
You got that man coming out saying that y'all can trade me. He never touched. This is pride. Anytime a player never touches, like he hasn't even played a down, and this man is telling you trade me. This is personal at this point. This is just
Yeah.
personal.
No
That's
Yeah,
doubt.
but
just what it is.
Yeah, this
what
is
pride is Hassan Reddick really going? He looks like a moron because he's sitting there losing money every single week. He's going to make less money than if he stepped on the field. And now his agency just dropped him. So here is a guy that has that literally is represented by no one. He has absolutely no one right now representing him except for himself and his father on his behalf. A team
yes.
that does
Vince,
not you're in the Jets, a team that traded for you, that wants nothing to do with you, and an agency who you've been with for a long time that dropped you on as a client. What pride does he have? He looks like a buffoon.
Yeah, but Vince,
Vince, Vince.
I
June, can I just
disagree.
comment real quick?
I
June,
Go
real
ahead.
disagree.
quick, because I got
Go
to
ahead.
step away.
Go ahead.
June, hold this down for 5 minutes or
I
so
got
after
you.
I comment. Vince, to be fair though, I mean, Reddick's resume warrants a contract, Vince. I'm
That's
sorry. He
Period.
leads
well and good.
he's got 50 sacks in 4 years, Vince, and I'm not coming at you like aggressively with this, but his play, now you're right. He does look, I'm not going to say what you said, but it doesn't look good that he's holding out. It doesn't. But his play has warranted him to get paid, no?
And
100%.
on top of
I'm
that,
not
PD,
saying
on
that at
top of
all.
that, you gave up. You gave listen. He's not the only buffoon that looks stupid. Joe Douglas gave up JFM and Huff and traded for Reddick. Think about that. That
Yep.
that 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 hurted us.
That makes them
That
look.
hurt us
That makes
Okay,
bad.
them look
but
So
but
stupid.
but 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 Charles, I got to step away after this. To be fair, I know we can say it now. Bryce Huff, was he worth the contract?
I don't know. In this system, maybe in this system, I can't say that. I don't know. I really don't know, especially for what he got. What did he get really? How much did he get, Petey?
He
I
got
got to
about
look
what,
at the numbers.
17? I think he got
Yeah,
like
but there's
17
there's a
something.
lot of void in it. So,
Yeah, but not for nothing.
June, keep going
It,
on this.
it,
Be
it's,
right
it's,
back.
it's common sense. If Huff can produce in this system, why the fuck wouldn't Hassan Reddick be able to produce in this system?
Facts,
He's better than
facts,
him.
facts.
Not for, I'm not showing. I don't have to show you shit. You traded for me. What? Why do I gotta prove something to you if you traded for me?
So June, let
And
me
this
ask
is
you this
Joe.
though. Why? And I don't disagree with your point. Why is Matt Judon, when he got traded to Atlanta, why was his first remarks, "I have done nothing for this team, for these fans, for this organization"? I mean, and I'm not disagreeing with you. There's just character differences with different players. Judon gets
There
traded,
you
and he
go.
says he
Not not. But listen, it's not only character difference. Does Matt Judon have half the resume of what Hassan
I
Reddick
think
has?
he's better than him in the past year or so. Hassan Reddick didn't have a great year last year. Let's be real about something. He
Look,
didn't have a great
listen.
year. Judon
He,
did.
he didn't he didn't have a great year, but he played. One thing you count on is that he's played. He's
Playing.
Mr. Iron
Yes.
Man when it comes. He
Judon had
plays with a
4
cast
sacks
in his
last year
hand.
because of injuries.
Right, exactly. So, but one thing you count on is Hassan Reddick going to play. If he break his hand, whatever, he's going to show up with a cast. He's going to be there. He's going to play and he's going to produce. Yes, he went down to 11 sacks. That was due to the fact of the defensive coordinator, which is the reason why he's not
And
there
he
no
was
more.
hurt.
He
He
was
was
only
hurt,
there for
June.
1 year, and he was hurt. Absolutely, like to us to sit there and say what has he done? This man has a fucking resume, man.
And not
Like I
even that,
followed this guy.
June, he
I
said
followed
it.
this guy
He
before.
said
You,
he said it at the
I
beginning of
thought
his statement, June. These are two different individuals. Every individual is
right,
not going to come in with the same mindset. That's the root of it. You're comparing
right.
two different individuals, two different mindsets. We can't say what Judon was thinking. I can't say what Reddick is thinking. These are two different individuals, and
Too
they
different.
feel differently. They feel differently, and that's all I can go off of. At the end of the day, this is Joe. Joe thought he could trade for this man, and he thought he was going to play no matter what, and it backfired
Yeah.
on him. That's where it went wrong. He thought I could lowball him. If he doesn't take the
Yep.
contract, he's still going to play. And Reddick said that the hell with you. And that's where we're at right now. It's
But
nothing in
think
That's
about,
between. It's
exactly
just
but
what it
also
what
is.
think about
happened.
where we're at though when it comes to some of this, and I don't disagree with a lot of people what the people are saying, but what situation is Hassan Reddick in right now? I mean, as much as you want to say, yes, he asked to be traded, I firmly believe that when he asked to be traded, because in the NFL, when you want to trade, you can go explore trades yourself. And if somebody wanted to take on this headache of Hassan Reddick and this situation, I won't use headache, I'll take situation of Hassan Reddick, then he would have been traded. You don't think that Joe Douglas would have sat there and said, well, I can get something back for him, or I could just not have him play week after week after week. The Jets don't want him right now. No other team wants to give up anything for him, and his agency kicked him to the curb. So I get every aspect of it, but at the end of it, it's Hassan Reddick and only Hassan Reddick against the world right now. And sometimes that's admirable, but a lot of the times it seems like you're the only one that people don't want.
I,
Now,
I,
now,
I,
now,
I have to push back on the Jets don't want him. You don't have to own or say
exactly,
what he said before for
exactly.
him not to want him. We want him, but I think at the end of the day, and then with the trade shit, I don't think Joe the compensation that may have been offered, and we don't know compensation that he was offered for Hassan. It might not be what Joe wants, and he just said no. I'm not trading him. I'm gonna keep him. He can sit his ass at the house, and he can eat this damn money, and we'll go from there. We going down roads that we don't fucking know. These are dark places. We don't know
You're
what
right,
conversations are had
right,
or anything.
right,
This is just open. All
right.
we know is Joe traded for a damn man that he thought was going to play no matter what, and it
Right.
backfired on him. And whether Reddick is the asshole for doing it or Joe is the asshole to do it, it's two assholes that aren't getting what they want, and that's where we're at. And now it's personal.
And now that's my whole point. Right now is personal, and let me tell you something about Son Reddick. You obviously see that he's a different type of guy. You see the whole Japan thing. He's different, so he might not be on no like it's the money shit. He might be on some principle shit, like you said, like on like yo, you know what? Don't even make how you want me to prove something to you, and you traded for me. Like you know what? If I gotta sit out, I sit out. But one thing I will say, he's not he's not stupid to the point where he will not show up and not get credit for this year. If he does that, then I don't expect him to play football ever again.
Well, he
Because
won't do that because he doesn't want to be a Jet. And if he just holds out the whole year, the Jets have his rights for next year. I mean, I
right,
think
that's why
that's the only reason why
that's
he's going
why
to show up.
that's why I'm saying he will show no, because some people said that earlier that they don't think that he plays this year. There's no way. If he wants to play football, he will definitely be back before that deadline. If he doesn't show up, then I'm looking at it like he doesn't even like he don't even care about football no more.
June, I'm back.
I
June. All right. Wait, Vince, one sec. Here's my question to everybody, real quick. Mark, good morning. And June.
What up, Mark?
I don't think Hassan Reddick's gonna play this year. I know the Bills are coming up. We got a game to talk about, but I don't think he's coming. I
Hey,
don't.
hey,
Does it
hey,
June
P,
I'm with
June,
June
do
on
you?
this.
Just hold on, June. Do you think he's gonna just we'll get
yes,
into it. Just yes or no.
yes,
Yeah,
yeah.
Mark, do you
Listen,
think he's coming?
At this
Mark?
point,
Yes.
no, I don't think he's
Me
playing for the
neither.
Jets.
Charles?
I think
Sorry, Mark. I
I
just
think hey Petey, I think he is. June touched on it. If he's this pissed off with the Jets, I'm going to show my ass up when I have to, and then my contract is null and void with y'all, and I move the fuck on. That's what he's going to
all right.
do.
that's it.
He's going to do.
That's
Wait,
it.
hold on. Vince?
he's showing up and saying, and I'm serious about this. He's showing up so he gets his contract, saying he
Yep.
has an injury and he was never going to actually play it down this whole year.
Mexican. I want to hear you. Just yes or no, and then we'll get into this.
Yes or no? Is Reddick going to play this year?
Yes.
Okay. Continue, guys. And Charles, do you think so?
No, honestly, I think it's impossible to predict because when a guy uses no logic in his decision making, which we're seeing right
Yeah.
now, that means there's nothing to grab onto to say which way he's going to lean. There's no predictability to somebody this illogical. So it's possible that he just shows up 2 hours from now, or he doesn't show up the whole year. It's impossible.
Yo, don't believe everything we hear, man.
Right.
What's to stop Hassan Reddick? Seriously, this is gone. It's become such a circus that what's to stop Hassan Reddick from being this simple? Going in there into the office with a freaking camera crew, sitting down in the office and saying, "Okay, you told me show up and you'll give me a contract. I'm here. I'm in the office. Let's see the contract." Because I guarantee you that we don't know the whole story, bro.
That's
They
a
probably
fact.
offered him a contract and he said no. He was there and he didn't like the contract and they bounced. We don't know the entire story. We're only playing off of narratives that people are throwing out there on purpose.
Can I say something?
Yes.
We're all
Wait,
getting fooled.
And June, if I may,
well,
sir.
all right, good.
No, go ahead, Mark.
Go ahead,
I
Mark.
was just
Sorry.
going to say, I think we're giving Hassan Reddick a little too much credit. Like this guy's sitting at home, he's not getting paid, and we're talking about, oh, we don't know what principles he's operating under. I don't. Like, if there's something heck stopping him from showing up at the facility, it's pride. It would be his own pride that would keep him from walking in the door. I don't know if this guy understands how negotiations work. And clearly his agency feels the same way, and that's why they fired him. Like, you think you're going to walk in and get
Mark,
the exact deal that you want, and
no.
it's that
Mark,
or you
this
or
is a good
nothing?
point, Mark.
That's not. Yeah,
Mark,
I just want to.
yeah, this is a good point. This
It's
is a
not
good
how it
point.
works.
Sorry.
Like you propose, and then there's a counter prop, and you can't be emotional about it. You propose, and
Yep.
then there's a counter proposal, and then you guys try to find some common ground, and then you come to a contract that maybe both sides aren't entirely enthused about, but it works.
Well,
Yeah,
Mark.
Mark,
Instead,
let me
Reddick
jump
said
in.
no.
Mark. Mark. I think we got to factor this as well. Hassan Reddick has three businesses. He has three businesses that financially wise, the dude is good. Like trust me, if he retires from football, that dude's good. That dude's he made some great investments that is earning him millions. So from a business perspective, the dude's a millionaire even without football right now. So for the most part, when athletes that are doing well in multiple when they're generating revenue in multiple different areas, like sometimes you may not need the other. And so when
Mm-hmm.
you look at Hassan Reddick and you look at his production, he again got traded from Arizona, went to Philadelphia, which was his dream team. That's his dream spot, dream area. Grew up, went to Temple University, pretty much grew up his entire life there, and then you get traded to an organization which clearly you don't want to play for, and so you want it to have a little bit of but you can appreciate the fact that saying, you know what, it's a business. They traded me. They traded me by contract. I'm like the 13th highest pass rusher, even though production wise I'm top 5 in the league. Clearly, surely the Jets are going to pay me some premium money.
Yes.
Surely they're going to do it. There's no way that they're going to keep me at as the 13th highest paid pass rusher in the National Football League, and then you don't do that,
But
and then you
Jarek,
expect them
let
to
me
kind of
just
come in the
jump in
office.
here real quick.
Yeah, go ahead.
Jarek, to that point, Mark, to your point, when the owner, Douglas already said it. Woody came out and said, come up here and show up. They're basically telling you they will pay you and they'll work something out. I think he should just go.
But but
And then
but why
I
didn't they
think,
pay him when he was there the first time? Like
I,
why didn't
Thank
they?
I
you.
don't,
That's
but
my
this is the
point.
thing. I don't know. I don't think
The
they thought it was going to
thing
be
is
this
though,
bad.
and here's the thing, and here's one take on it. They did pay him. They did try to pay him, and regardless of how the contract, if it was low, if it wasn't, we're never going to really know until we need to. But they did. They did. They did try to pay him. They did sit down with him and say, "Here is a contract to play long term for more money, guaranteed with the New York Jets." And he said no. And I got to be honest, if the contract was, it starts to make me believe that the first initial contract was not as bad as we could have thought it is. Because why would an agency drop somebody that had a great contract? I mean, like, that's the thing. That's too. It's like,
because you're costing the agency money. I mean, remember there are agent fees. Like, I think his agent fee for this one was the $1.5 million for his agent fee.
Yeah, but like Le'Veon Bell's agency never dropped him.
What's that?
Le'Veon's agency never dropped him.
No, but there are other athletes across other sports that they got dropped for a similar situation. I mean, like I said, it's for the most part.
I've never seen this, and if you have another, I've never seen a holdout guy get dropped, and that's the thing.
Some agencies, they will tell you to do it. Some agents, they will tell you, hey, this is the strategy we want to go towards. We feel like we can earn triple the amount of money. And then there are some people that say, like, no, bro, the best strategy is for you to go. I guarantee you Hassan Reddick ignored the advice of his agency when they just told him, like, man, you go in there, play it out.
His strategy sucks.
He ignored
because look, he's sitting at home.
Disconnect.
Hey Mark,
Jared,
remember back in the days though? Remember when he had just got here? Hey guys, remember when he had just gotten here? Somebody else signed for 2 years and $50 million. Then all of a sudden,
Daniil
we had
Hunter.
this backtrack.
Daniil
I
Hunter.
think
Daniil
that
Hunter.
has something to do with it too, bro.
That has a lot to do with it.
Somebody else signed during
nothing.
that time. Somebody signed. I don't know who it was.
Daniil
but it was
Hunter.
a 2-year,
Yeah,
$50 million
Mexican.
contract.
It's Daniil Hunter. Daniil Hunter.
Yep.
He signed.
And then right after that, things started going south.
Now my thing is this. This is gonna be my last payday, and I don't put up top 5 production. If I can't get paid as a top 5 defensive end, and I still got businesses that's getting me income,
earn me millions.
I can't argue. I can't argue on this. That's a good point.
Yeah.
I don't understand this either. Because then it's like, then why not just retire and not play another down?
Well, Mark, because he's using it as leverage.
Mark,
go ahead.
It's not leverage
Mark,
if all you're doing is losing money.
Hey, Mark, I just said this when you said that. If Hassan Reddick doesn't show up by the deadline, then in my eyes, he's completely done with football. Yeah. He's completely done because he don't have to show nobody shit. You know what? I made my millions. I got my business. I'm cool. I'm all right, and I got my health.
But June, why isn't he showing up now? Then, why do you think he's just trying to get the most? And he's like, you think he already has his mind made up now?
PD, I think at this point, I think he doesn't. I think he doesn't like Woody Johnson. That's my I think what June said is personal at this point. I think that.
Hold on. Wait a second. Now we're spinning in circles to try to I don't understand this. So I'm hearing at one point, well, it's business, and he feels like he's trying to use leverage and actually get maximum money out of the Jets. That is business. That's cold hard cash. And now it's personal. He doesn't like the regardless of the money, he doesn't like the owner. He doesn't like the situation. He feels insulted by the offer, etc.
No, Mark,
is it?
You can hate somebody. You can hate somebody and still work for that person. I mean, I hate my boss, but I still work for him because he pays me a lot of money. I'm just, it is what it is. I think.
Have we considered the fact that maybe he's just a dumbass?
That's what I think.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I think, CD. I think he's dumb. And I think what's happening.
A dumbass that owns 3 businesses, successful businesses.
I've known business. Listen, I think CD's right.
Don't sound too dumb to me.
Well, can I say, look, we're talking about leverage, okay? Do you have leverage when your own agency walks away from you because they think that your negotiating position and your demands are unreasonable? So much so that they think that you're not going to get paid, that there's no deal to be had, and they're frustrated because they've been trying to broker a deal and you got your head stuck in the mud? This doesn't make any sense. It doesn't. And if you want to hold Joe Douglas accountable for trading for a player who is taking this kind of, this is not a standard negotiation by any stretch. Joe Douglas must have thought he could broker something. So if you want to hold him accountable, I'll accept that too. Like, yes, it's on him. But then again, his defense is performing top 2, so who gives a fuck? Okay, but then on the other side of the coin, you got Hassan Reddick, who's losing all this money, and no one thought he would be willing to just basically burn this money. He's burning it.
The only person that wants to commit to Hassan Reddick is Hassan Reddick. The Jets do not want to commit to him. His agency doesn't want to commit to him. Another team doesn't want to commit to him in a trade. The only person that thinks he is right in this entire situation is Hassan Reddick and Mr. Reddick. And I think that speaks volume. Him getting everything narrative-wise that was Jets versus Reddick and Jets are idiots and whatever, I really feel that every narrative and every type of, viewpoint got thrown out the window last night when his own agency said, this is so ridiculous. You are so far out of touch with what's happening that we do not want to be a part of it. And I think that's very important to take note. I feel like everybody, and obviously June and other people are still, have a different viewpoint. That's fine. But if you want to talk about the media game and the narrative game and the overarching, viewpoint, when you get dropped by your agency in a holdout, it looks incredibly bad for you right there.
Yo, let me ask
I
you
agree.
something. Can I ask one question?
Wait, Hexagon, 1 second. Rock came up. I want June, real quick. Sorry, Rock, who's always in here, listens all the time, every morning. Rock, let me. I always call you Rick Rock. My bad, but
Yeah. No, I got
want to
you,
hear
man.
you.
I
What
got
up,
you.
man? Thanks for coming
Hey,
up.
good morning. Good morning. Thank you.
What up,
Thank you for
Rob?
letting me up. Good morning, gentlemen. Look. So the only thing I gotta ask is because, like me personally, I'm a father of 6, right? So I usually base my life, on sports and everything. When I'm thinking about it, I kind of like use my own, situations to like think about it. Do you guys think that Joe Douglas knows? I mean, could it be possible Joe Douglas knows that he has to stand on his word of you must show up, in order for us to work something out? Otherwise, he feels like there's players on that roster with their contracts coming up, or future players are just gonna do the same thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because if I bend to one of my
That's why I say it's
children,
pride.
you know what I mean?
That's why I say it's pride, Rock. That's why I say it's pride.
Yeah.
I said a month ago. No. I said the minute that JJ got injured, I said now if a deal's not done, it's purely pride and personal now.
Right. But also, even if that deal was done right after that, everyone else on the team still sees that, like, oh, okay, see, it took this, and now he's just, you know what I mean? So
So let me ask. So if he walks through the door now, and he doesn't get a contract, are the Jets in the right?
I wouldn't say so specifically. It all depends. You know what I mean?
Yes,
Because
they are.
Because they still have to. If he walks through the door, they still have to work within reason. You know what I mean?
But
so,
CB, they said come through the door, we'll work out a contract. But now he comes through the door and they don't give him a contract, and you think the Jets are still in the right?
Hex, real quick, and I know Whittle's waiting, Charles is waiting. When did they say that?
When did they say what? Did they? I mean, they've been saying come in. They've been saying come through the door and we'll negotiate, right?
No, hold on. I'm asking you the timeline, Hex. When did they say come through and we'll work on the contract? Was that before the season started?
Correct. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So now things have changed. That's what I'm saying to y'all. Like, listen, I want the dude to get his money. I'm pro players getting their money. But at the same time, this team, Joe Douglas has a responsibility to this team. So if he doesn't get the contract that he's looking for and he's pouting about it, it's like, hey, dog, you wasted that money, not us.
I feel like
you didn't show up on time, not us.
I feel like he wasted the pick.
Yeah,
I'm more upset about the pick.
Douglas is also to blame.
So did I.
Yeah.
But I was also, guys, Rock, appreciate you, man, and stay up here, man. Guys, we're on YouTube Live as we're speaking now. Please subscribe to YouTube at Jets Commute to join the conversation. If you're listening on YouTube, shout out to you guys. We're trying to, collab and not collab, but do something with a chat and everything. So we're trying to improve that on a daily basis. So shout out to you guys. Continue. Good conversation. As I just killed the conversation by doing that plug. My bad, guys.
No. You didn't kill it. You didn't kill it. But I mean, CB, I don't know if you heard, but my question was, okay, he came into the building to do the press conference, right? So it was already known that he wanted a contract. So I was already there. So if I came to the building and then and either you didn't talk contracts with me or you tried to lowball me and I left, now you want me to come back, like first
I'm
of
I'm gonna
all,
I'm gonna just say this. I'm
wait,
about to walk into an area where I won't have reception, so I'll
go
just
ahead.
listen for a little bit. Isn't
All right,
isn't any take it out of sports, right? Any negotiation. If you go into a job, right, you tell them, hey, I want this salary. They come back and say, hey, we were thinking about this salary. Like part of the negotiation is they're gonna lowball you, and then you come back with a counter offer and you continue to negotiate. He walked away after the counter offer and said, nah, I'm good. Y'all lowballed me, I'm not taking it. Which is his right. He's well within his right. But at the same time, if you want to negotiate, you got to be at the table, dog. Granted, Joe Douglas could pick up the phone. They could do this over the phone. But if he's not
right.
receptive and he's not trying to listen, I mean, why am I going to keep
Yeah,
negotiating?
But now look, you make a good point, but at this is when I say we don't know. We don't really know what the fuck is going on. We don't know.
yeah. Well, I know what
We don't have a
June.
clue.
Speaking of what I do know, I know there's 4 hands up, so I don't know who's next. But
Get to
uh,
the heads, man.
who? Joe, you haven't spoken yet. Go ahead, and then Whittle.
Hey, good morning, Pete, Mark,
What's up?
June. Hope you guys are
Hey,
doing
Joe.
really well.
Schmacking. I'll get you up,
What's going
Schmacking.
on, brother?
So I have a question for the group, right? Okay, you have a choice of either adding Reddick or Devontae Adams to this team. Who are you choosing, and which helps us win the division and get to the playoffs?
I'm choosing.
Adams and twice on Sunday.
Yeah. Uh, um. Joe, I'm choosing Elmo.
Yeah, you could hear that in the
Look,
background, huh?
Joe, you know what's crazy? Today was like show and tell day for my kid in pre-K,
Oh,
and
no
he
kidding.
brought Elmo, so
No
that's why
shit.
I said that. Yeah. So
Oh man,
no,
another
I would
another.
rather. Honestly, I'm torn. I want Reddick here because the Jets' defense is number 2 now, and we don't really have that dominant sack guy. If we could get him and close out games even more, I want the defense playing at a high. The Jets are a defensive team. They are.
And
Yeah,
and
but
to that
it's not
point
going to
though,
matter if we're
to that
able to
point though,
beat them.
Pete, they let up 16 and 10 points, and we still lost.
I know, and I know. I know. Whittle, go ahead. And then Charles and then Office.
I was just saying I was gonna come up and say something about uh, Hassan Reddick having the money to sustain his lifestyle and not necessarily care or need the NFL money right now from the Jets. So, um, if he values the principles of what was originally stated or whatever, like there's a reason. Like you don't just stop playing football just because. Like if he didn't want to if he was never going to sign with the Jets, then I don't understand why he wouldn't say that before they traded him to the Jets. Like he could have went to another team. He could have got traded somewhere else if the Jets were never an option. I don't think that it's. So me personally, looking at it from the standpoint of he's one of the best defensive ends, one of the best pass rushers in the NFL. He has been that over the last few years. He can choose, and he has financial stability outside of the NFL. He can choose to be. He can afford to be choosy, and on top of that, bro, like if what they said in the beginning is not what they're saying now, then yes, it's personal because you lured me out of a place that I loved and wanted to stay at because you told me you were going to do this, and now you're saying no, I'm not doing A, I'm going to do B, and I don't feel like you dealt with me in good faith, so now I don't want to play for you. And he doesn't have to go. He doesn't have to take the job. Like if I don't have, like if I have my savings built up, and I can last a year or two without working an hour for anybody. I can be very choosy with the job I choose to go to. I don't care what they offer me. I could go there and visit the place and say, I don't like the way your fucking bathrooms are set up. I'm out. Because I can afford to do
Is
it.
he prepared to retire from the NFL? Because
So
he is up there in
all
age,
he
right?
needs
As
to
far
do
as
is
defensive ends are concerned.
show up at that certain point before he loses a year of eligibility, if he even cares about the year of eligibility. He could just say, I'm not showing up at all, or he could say, I'm going to show up and I'm not going to play, and then I'm going to go back home and I'm going to chill because at the end of the year, I'm going to be a free agent. He has all the leverage, whether or not and somebody brought up his agency. His agent, they have the responsibility to represent him for what they believe is a fair contract. If he doesn't believe that there is a fair contract anymore because he doesn't want to play there, then of course they're going to let him go. Because why lock up your assets of this agent on a player who is unwilling to sign with the team that he's only allowed to negotiate with right now?
But
And that's
he's
what I wanted
not
to touch
though.
on,
Hold on,
Whittle.
hold
That's
on, hold
that's
on.
what I wanted to touch on, Whittle. So I'm changing what I'm thinking of, like him coming in. I think he's to the point to where he's telling his agency, I'm not playing at all with them. And I don't think he's going to come back. That's why the agency was like, well, we can't go down this road any further with you. And that's why they killed ties with him. I'm changing it over to he might not show up. He might not show up. That's why this agency said, okay, well, this is not a good decision on with us. So we're just going to part ways and let you do you. That changes the game. If I was listening to y'all, and when we bring it to this agency, cutting ties with him, it's getting to the point where Hassan is on some moral shit, and he's like, I'm not playing for them at all. I will retire and call it if I have to. And that's why the agency discontinued their relationship.
Well, here's the thing. There's a lot of different things to unpack with that though, because if he retires tomorrow, the Jets would still own his rights if he ever wanted to come back to football. It's kind of similar to the Corey Davis situation. So I don't know if that's necessarily the case. I think the thing with the agency is that if the agency, yeah, maybe he doesn't want to play for the Jets, but if the agency felt so strong and he was such a good client, and going forward, maybe he plays for the Jets and then he gets his big contract next year, you would still want to latch on to a guy that's apparently going to get a massive contract as well. So I think it's a lot, saying that the agency dropped him is no big deal. I really don't think is a thing. Le'Veon Bell's agency never dropped him when he sat out an entire year. When you see holdouts, their agencies are usually standing right by their player because they see the upside. I don't know if I think there's a huge disconnect between the Reddick and the agency on what they really want. The only thing I also want to point out,
Who else does the agency represent, Vince?
they got a lot of guys.
Yeah, I know. Who else do they represent that's also relevant in this conversation?
Is it Rogers?
No.
Joe
Joe
Douglas.
Joe
Joe Douglas.
Douglas, Devontae Adams.
So okay. Well, Devontae Adams is not is not relevant in this conversation. Joe Douglas is. So if I had to choose between dealing with one company that produced one product or dealing with a company that produced what, if I have the choice to deal with one company who deals with one product that I sell, or another company that produces 30% or 12% of what I sell, I'm going to
Good
choose
analogy.
the bigger market. I'm going to choose the bigger supplier for me. And there's no and what they we don't know what's happening behind closed doors. Joe Douglas could have gone to them and say, listen, let's get this shit over with. Like this is what he's asking for. This is what he wants. We're gonna go here, and this is it. He wants $20 million a year. We're gonna off. We have 18 to give him right now, and we can't go any higher than that because XYZ, whatever the context was around it, or they could have said, hey, we'll give him what he's asking for, and he could be a man of principle and say, I don't need your money. I needed your word. You also just fired your head coach. You're also 2-3 going into a game against a division opponent. And if you lose, nobody believes that this team is going to go anywhere outside of one Jets drive and Jets fans. He's not tied to this team.
Yeah, I agree with that.
He like people brought up all these other players. Michael Carter was drafted to this team. DJ Reed's been here for this is what year
Yep.
3, and he's to this year is another great year for him. He's had 2 of the best years of his career here. He's enjoyed a lot of success from a defensive standpoint. He's now in conversations that he wasn't in prior to him signing over here because of the system, everything that's been in place since he's been here.
Yo, DJ Reed
So
may be the best Jets defensive player right now, low key.
no, because I
I mean,
got told I was a casual when I said he
no,
was the best
it's
corner on the
between
team.
him and
But don't
Quincy
worry about it.
Williams. Whittle, I could have that conversation.
Yeah.
You weren't told by me.
No, that's fine. I'm just saying. That's what I was told. I don't want you to get told the same thing. But I'm just saying, like, Hassan Reddick is in place. I didn't know that he had multiple financial businesses. He doesn't care about this money, and that's dangerous. He doesn't care. And I'm not. And me as an agency, I'm looking at it from the long term. I'd rather keep my general manager that I represent happy because I know he's going to look out for other clients that we have. He's going to steer business our way. They draft rookies
Yeah, but
every year.
Whittle, the guy is probably going to get fired within the next 2-3 years. You can't sit
He's
there and
going to get
tell me
another
that
job.
the agency, you're going to sit there and really tell me that the agency is going to look out for a guy that's got 25, 30 games under 500 and be like, I'm going to put him over a guy with
Yes, I
50
do.
sacks.
Yeah,
I don't think
yeah,
Yes,
so.
I
because
think they do.
because
That's
he'll
a
get
good
another
point.
job as a general manager. He'll get another job
Joe
as a
Douglas
general
will
manager.
never get another job as a general manager.
Okay, all
That's
right.
my own opinion.
So
I'm putting,
Vince, do
and
you
think about
think
it.
Douglas is going to keep his job? You think he's getting extended if they make the playoffs, he's getting extended. It's a fact. He's going to get extended.
So he gets sent for what? He gets sent for what? 2 years, 10 million.
I don't know. Probably got to give him a longer term deal. They just gave him 6. So what? Maybe
I
4
think
years.
you also got to you also got to realize there's also like tea leaves on it. They already fired Robert Saleh. I think Woody Johnson, regardless of how much boast of confidence Joe Douglas got by firing Saleh, even though Joe Douglas hired the guy that got
Well, this
fired.
was all
If the
on
Jets
Woody,
miss,
Vince. To be fair.
if the Jets miss the playoffs this year, and Whittle's right about one thing, is that this Buffalo game is very important because if the Jets, let alone that, if the Jets lose this game, they're going to go down to 2 games behind the division. Outside of the fact of wild cards, 2 games is a lot in the NFL. But if there is no way, Tim, in my opinion, that if the Jets miss the playoffs this year, that anybody stays on this
I
entire team.
agree.
Woody Johnson has proven already that he is done with bullshit, and he will cut people at the knees right now. So to sit there and tell me that that the agency is going to prioritize the guy that might not have a job in 2 weeks against
Well,
the guy
Vince, do you believe the Jets are going to make the playoffs? Or are you off the wagon already?
I'm not off the wagon. I just think you need to see
All
something.
right.
You need to beat
No
Buffalo.
offense. Let me get Charles. Go ahead. You've been waiting.
Yeah, as far as the whole Joe Douglas thing is concerned, I mean, if they don't make the playoffs, logically he should go. I think he should go because I think he's done a bad job overall. But if you listen to Woody's wording, right, and he obviously believes this because he just fired Salah, that this is the best roster I've had since I'm here. If Woody actually believes that, he's bringing Joe Douglas back
Agreed.
because what he's saying is this guy's assembled the best roster I've ever had, which means he's satisfied with Joe Douglas. Me personally, I'm not, but the owner matters. What I think doesn't mean shit. So I think there's a good chance Joe Douglas comes back no matter what, based on the fact that the owner is drinking the Kool-Aid as far as his performance.
I mean, let me ask the room a question before we get to listen up. Getting a long-term deal in free agency next year, or is it a 1-year deal?
He like I said, you got to throw out logic, but let's use our logic. If the guy wants to retire, then this is a done deal already. He's not coming. Want to retire. He does have to show up by week 11, which he might. He might go to practice and say his hamstring's sore and not ever actually get on the field, but he contractually showed up. So the question is, does he want to retire or doesn't he? Because if he doesn't want to retire, he will show up before week 11, in my opinion.
Fair enough. Listen up. Go ahead.
Yeah. Good morning. I believe I agree with everything Charles said in regards to Joe Douglas and Woody Johnson. Um, I think Charles said it beautifully. In regards to the Hassan Reddick and Joe Douglas situation being a versus in terms of CAA choosing one or the other, I think that's far from the case. Look, CAA and Hassan Reddick have their own agreement amongst each other as player, client, versus company representative. If they part ways, that happened because there was a breach of contract between those two entities, or Hassan Reddick, or in Hassan Reddick's perspective, CAA didn't honor a good faith agreement that they had amongst each other. It has nothing to do with another client within uh, the CAA umbrella. I have no idea what Whittle is referring to, because that's just not how the business works.
I think Whittle is on to something though, because I do think the agents, they refer people, and granted, not referring, it's not the same as sales. Listen up, but I'm kind of on agreement with that. These guys talk to each other a lot.
Yeah. But the thing
PD,
is,
like I
the
said when I made
agreement.
my statement earlier, I said that the contract. I said we don't know what's happening in the back channels. They may have offered Hassan Reddick exactly what he wanted, and Hassan Reddick refused to sign. And at that point, they decided we're going to break. We're going to break this deal. We're going to no longer represent you, because everything that we've done is what we said we were going to do, and now you're not holding up your
Yeah,
end
but
of the bargain.
that's a big assumption. That's a big
So I'm
assumption
not
we don't know
making
nothing
any
about.
assumption or anything like that. We were speaking in hypotheticals when I said what I said, so that's why I said what I said, Petey.
Yeah, but you're assuming that CAA chose to break the agreement, and I know it may come off that way because Adam Schefter and these insiders have a direct line to the agent per se, or the agency. But you don't know if Hassan Reddick looked at the situation and let CAA go. Like we have no idea what's happening behind the back channels. But I can assure
Yeah,
you
that's
that that
exactly what
that
I
that
said. So we're
that
going
the
off the information we have. The
that the
information we have is that
relationship, I can
CAA
assure you
terminated
that
that
the
agreement. That's
relationship
the information that
ended.
we have.
But
Let him finish. Let him
I can
finish.
assure you the relationship ended because a disagreement between Hassan Reddick and CAA. CAA is the biggest, and I've been to their headquarters, interview for the company. CAA is the biggest entertainment company in terms of representing artists across the entertainment industry in the world. The second is William Morris. Like they're not going to drop a client, uh drop a client like Hassan Reddick in favor of Joe Douglas, who in all actuality is a nobody to I believe the brother Vince said that earlier. I mean, who's Joe Douglas? So something happened between CAA and Hassan Reddick. We'll never know the true story.
And listen up to your point. I don't know if Jet fans remember, but 2 weeks ago, Rogers said that Hassan Reddick was cutting ties with CAA. People forgot about that part, though.
No,
Or
I
Rogers
remember
knew,
that, June. You're
yeah, but
right.
or Rogers knew that CAA was going to drop him, though. I don't. I think there's yes. I know what you're alluding to, but it's not. He might Rogers might have known that there was a disconnect, regardless of who's dropping who or whatever. Rogers might have known that there was something going on between Hassan and CAA. I wouldn't put too much stock into that. I'm sorry. I want to go back to and piggyback off listen up there. He said it perfectly to me. Who is Joe Douglas? He's a first time GM that's 30 games under 500. I just don't think that CA is really going to give two shits about him when they apparently have a top five defensive end whittling out in the in the open market. I just don't see it.
But Vince, if they represent all of these people and they have huge client base and this huge reputation, which I'm not doubting that they do or don't have, who is Hassan Reddick? They can get another pass rusher. right
Well,
or
it's
wrong.
also but where do they make their money
Okay.
from? They don't make their money from general managers. They make their big money from big players. I also think that
Yeah.
they're going to
Well,
prioritize.
if the player won't sign, Vince, what money are they making?
I agree with you, but what I'm saying is in comparison to a GM compared to a player, I think they would prioritize the needs of a player because that's where they get their big money. They don't get their big money contracts from a general manager. They want to do right first off by the player
Correct.
before a general manager. And that's the thing is that
Right. So if Vince, if they did represent him and did get a contract and he refused to sign, why would they still hold on to him?
Because
Here's
he
another
still has value
hypothetical.
on the open market next year.
There's another hypothetical here, guys. What if Hassan Reddick just told his agent that I don't want to play football anymore? That I'm basically retiring. Then the agency would have no reason to represent a guy who's not playing anymore. But they're not going to say that. That's for Reddick to say that he's retired.
If
But
he
Right.
retired,
West
he wouldn't
told
be
him he's
losing
done.
any games.
And next question is, if if they drop him, is there anything that's stopping them from picking him back up? If he shows up week 11, says my hamstring hurts, and at the end of the year decides that he wants to play football for another team as a free agency, could CAA still pick him up as a client at that point?
Sure, if there's money to
Oh,
be made.
okay, all right, thank you.
Yeah, I mean, a multitude of things can happen, but to Vince's point, the valued asset, the asset that has the most value in this dynamic is Hassan Reddick. It's not a Joe Douglas. It's simply not, and neither one of these people have the pull within CAA from a money perspective and a social equity in terms of marketing, monetizing perspective to get any one of them dismissed from the company. So, um, what I mean, we're all speculating. It's hard to say, but this is a dispute between CAA and Hassan Reddick. That's just to me, that's obvious.
Is June talking?
No, that's
Oh
right.
no, because I had to restart the app. Good conversation, guys. I'm just letting it go. Lawrence, you jumped in. What up?
No, not much. How's it going, guys? So my thing is
Good.
that if he was trying to, somebody mentioned retire. If he was just going to retire, why not do it? Because he would stop getting fined and stop losing money on his contract. I don't know if there's any retirement guarantee, any stipulations on it, but I know he would stop getting fined. And I just think that they're maybe trying to keep their connection, because you got to look at it this way: the GMs are a fraternity of their own. They all communicate with each other, obviously, and do make trades and this and that. And yeah, maybe the player has the bigger name and obviously brings in more money like right away, but the GMs are who make the deals with those players. And I mean, at some point, if they notice that a deal's not coming and Hassan's not going to go, why are they going to stick around? They're like, all this guy's going to do is lose money,
My
and we're going to
understanding
look
is
bad.
the fines stopped. The fines start before like the games are played. That's when you're getting fined. Once the games are played, it's game checks that you're losing. I don't think there's any more fines
I
involved.
think you're
So
correct on that, Charles.
so at that point, right, he's just
Um,
deciding to lose game check week by week, which is also idiotic. But the fine portion of this was concluded when the first game was played.
I think he's like 2 million away from playing for free or something like that.
It's also with the retire.
I think Reddick wants to play, but I think it's one of those situations where I'm like, you know what? I have multiple businesses that are doing extreme, like that are. It's making me millions. I can retire without. I don't need football, but I would like to play. But I would like to play the sport. I would like to play, but I don't need it. I think it's just one of those sort of those type of situations, um, where like I said, I think like there are some people out there that just again they can't play football anymore because their body just can't take it anymore. And then there are players out there that are willing to play. They're willing to play, but they have to play for the right price, or they have to play for the right reason, or like they want to have the leverage. Like how rookies get drafted, like rookies mostly get drafted. They have no leverage. A lot of players, especially if they're late round selections, they got no choice but to play and show up. Especially if you haven't really done anything in the league. Well, you look at a guy like Reddick, who's been extremely productive for the entirety of his career, that is valued as a top 5 pass rusher when he does play according to his production. And it's just one of those situations where it's kind of like I don't need. I would love to play the sport. Obviously, obviously I'm 31 years of age. I'm in the prime of my career. But if I have to stop because we can't, because my hands are tied, then there's nothing else I can do.
Yeah, the only thing with retirement though is it's easy to throw that around, but if he better be certain that at 31 he wants to retire, because if there's any revelation later on in his career that he wants to come back to football, the New York Jets own his rights too. So you're like back in this situation of having an issue. So I think
But
retirement is
Vince, I think
Correct.
the retirement thing is silly. Like if he wanted to retire, why even have the contract dispute? Why not just inform the
I
Eagles
agree.
that
Oh, I
I'm going to
agree with you.
retire?
I agree he doesn't want to
That,
retire. I don't think his agency
and,
dropped
and
him
and
because
that would have definitely lowered whatever compensation the Eagles were able to get. So somebody's lying to somebody else in
Correct.
this situation.
Well,
Guy,
maybe Reddick just has a distrust of the agency because they represented they represent Joe Douglas as well. Maybe Reddick feels that he can be his own representation for the quality of work that he's gotten in this situation. Like we could keep going down this rabbit hole of potential whys. It's played out this way. My understanding is, in PD Mark in June, please correct me if I'm wrong, he has 4 more weeks to show up in order to toll his contract for free agency.
yeah, I don't
Yes.
know the exact thing, but yes, guys.
Yes,
Real,
yes, yes, yes. It's
yeah,
still the next three
real quick,
weeks.
guys. I gotta rotate somebody. So,
Yeah, I'll
uh,
drop down. I'll drop down.
what Whittle? Before you leave, I wanted to say, like, I was gonna say this to everybody in the space, especially the speakers. Uh, you know, I can't thank a lot of you guys enough. And Whittle, I know sometimes me and you have good banter, but you guys make this space. You know what I'm saying? I know I host, I know June hosts with me and Mark, but you guys make this space. I like chiming in, I like throwing little comments in. You guys thrive this space, and I can't thank you guys, the audience, enough, because there's no me without you guys, and there's no June, there's no Jets Commute, there's no Mark. Mark, June, and I, do this on a regular, but you guys are in here too. So shout out to you guys. Continue. Sorry about that.
Pete, I've been listening for a while, and like the more I listen to it, the more I feel like what is most likely to have happened is that the Jets offered Reddick what he wants, like, or at least what he said he wanted previously. Like if Reddick put a number forward, the Jets offered it, and then Reddick said, "You know what? Now it's about something different. It's now I want more." Like
So you
he
think he
changed
changed
his
up?
his stance. Yeah, and the agency's like, "How can I represent? Like now, what am I supposed to do as the agency? Because now I think there's a strong chance that the deal is not going to get done. Because
Yeah,
again,
I don't think
if
he's
the
showing
agency
Mark.
opts out, well, think about it. Like if the agency opts out, it means that they're doing it because they think there's like a high likelihood that a deal is not going to get done at all. Because why would you take money out of your own pocket as the agency?
Well, like I said, you have to be careful with how things are reported. Adam Schefter gets his information from the agency, which means that he's going to put forth the perspective of the agency. The agency will never admit that Hassan Reddick uh, canceled their services. So we can speculate and just take it at face value that this is all something that the agency wanted to happen. I'm
I
not
got it.
going to
I
do
got
that
it.
because I don't know that for fact.
I got it. Listen up. I got it, Mark. I got it. I got it. Going back to Rogers' interview, Rogers already knew this was happening. This is all Rogers' brilliant genius, bro. He
Oh
said, "Listen, I
God.
got rid of Salah. Now go get rid of your bum ass agent. You're gonna come into the thing. We're gonna straighten this shit out. We're gonna straighten this shit out, and we're gonna win the fucking chip over here. And it starts Monday night when we
Here we
bust
go. Super Bowl
Buffalo's
talk at two and
ass."
three.
I think so.
Hexagon.
Love
I
it. I
think that's what
fucking love
happened.
Mexican, I'm kidding.
Rogers is
Hold
the
on.
evil genius.
Hold on here. Hexagon, now when Jeff fans go into other spaces because of your comments, we're gonna get attacked. Oh, Jet fans told me we're going to the Super Bowl at 2-3. Here it comes.
Fuck 'em.
All right.
Buckeye,
Yeah,
what's up,
Buckeye
man?
and Charles. Buckeye, good morning, man.
Morning. I think Charles was before me. I'll wait for Charles.
Sure. Charles.
No, I'm
You
good.
don't see
Oh, the other Charles. There's two Charleses. This is Jets for life, Charles.
You want me to jump?
Big
You want me to
Steelers.
jump in?
No, this is why. Charles.
He
All
said,
right.
"This is terrible, terrible, terrible."
Where did Charles go?
Go back to
He
All
does
Buckeye.
the
right.
Charles Barkley terrible. He goes terrible,
He
just
does.
terrible.
uh,
You know who does that? Frank Caliendo. You ever see him do the Charles Barkley? They're terrible. He's a knucklehead.
Here comes Charles now. I got to get Charles back up. Buckeye, go ahead.
Alan, and I joined this late. The nastiness of all this, right? I will never get the truth because there's no way. Even if Reddick speaks, Douglas will never speak. But the confusion I have is, what's the end game for Reddick? Because even if he shows up week 11, right, the chance of him just polarizingly having like amazing amount of sacks and scoring, what's his name, Daniil Hunter, like that's, I think that's the contract I think that he was aiming, if not like to beat but that's like the benchmark. But his
Yes.
odds and chances now, whatever he does in call it a 6-game span coupled with playoffs, if there is playoffs, the odds of him scoring a Daniil Hunter contract is like next to nothing. Like, I don't know the NFL is such a fraternity of ownership, and he's closer, I think, to being ostracized by ownership that has shown they've done this fraternity of ostracizing. Like, I just don't really
Give me an
understand.
example of a player that's been ostracized over a contract dispute.
I'd have to think about
Can
that
I
for a
say
second.
something? Yeah,
Yeah.
can I say something?
Even
Okay,
even your team,
let me
Le'Veon Bell.
let me jump in. Let me
Yeah,
jump in.
Charles,
Okay,
I skipped
okay,
you, so
okay.
yes, please.
No, you're fine. You're fine. You just skipped me. I was switching to my Wi-Fi. I stay in the
This
country.
is why. This is why. This
Yeah,
is
yeah.
why.
Let's go ahead and get this shit started. Fuck Reddick. He's not on our roster, so we need to be done with this bullshit because nobody fucking knows. But I'm gonna be the second person because Mexican took my little mojo. Mexican took my mojo. I'm gonna shoot the first arrow. I'm shooting the first arrow, and I'm kind of ashamed of June because he didn't shoot the damn first arrow. But I'm gonna shoot. I'm gonna shoot the second arrow because Mexican jumped in. I'm fuck ready. We about to whoop the Buffalo ass, and that's how it's gonna start. And Willa, this is for you because you know I've been talking shit. I held back because we ain't been playing y'all. So now this is Buffalo week. We about to tear your motherfucking ass up now. Hot damn it. Let's get the party started now. Fuck ready.
Yo,
There's no
Jarek's
need
up
talking
here.
about it no more.
I like that one. I
Here
like that. So
comes
Yeah,
does that
let's
mean
get
I
Dale.
it
can't go
started.
back to
Let's
Reddick,
get it
Charles? I
started.
can't continue with Reddick because I still had more.
Yeah, let's get it started. Let's get it started,
All
Buck.
right. Well,
Hey,
there's all
fuck this
guys.
shit.
I'm gonna be in an a sales call in 13
I
minutes.
know it
So
got you hyped up, Petey. I
let's
know
get
it
all
got
the
you
shit
hyped up.
talking in
Jets for
now.
life.
Let's
You're bringing
change it.
arrows to a bazooka fight.
Oh yeah.
Hey, guess what? Guess what? And I'm going down. I might bring a knife, but I'm gonna be steady swiping at your motherfucking ass. Let's
Hey
go.
Dale,
I'm the guy.
hold on, Dale. What kind of weapon does Mac Hollins have for this fight?
I just told you, this man's bringing arrows to a bazooka fight.
Okay, all right. There you go. I'm shooting the
You
first
better
one.
be a fucking elf from the fucking
Yo,
Middle Earth with
wait,
those
hold on
arrows,
one sec.
motherfucker.
Dale, 1 second. So, Dale, I told you about with my son last night. You're on to something here because he mentioned Vientos out of all people, and I'm like, wait a second, you know Vientos? And he's like, yeah. And so, Dale, you're on to something with my boy. So
Can I
he's
say a
starting to
thing,
get
Pete?
into sports more. Yes.
I know that the Jets on offense are struggle bus right now, but let's not act like Buffalo doesn't have a weak stream right now. If you're catching my meaning, they don't look right. So I don't know what this is going to look like, to be honest with you, on Monday.
A weak stream is crazy.
See, Mark. Sometimes when you got a bazooka, you'll shoot a dud, but at the end of the day, it's still a
What you
bazooka.
Mark, am
And
I
you just
sensing
load
that
it
you
up
feel the
again
Jets are going to
and you
win, Mark?
fire another fucking bomb. But when you
Hell,
got a
bazooka
bow and
right?
arrow, you could just shoot arrows. You can't put bullets in it.
Wait,
You can't put fucking.
Dale.
You
Dale,
can't put
Mark predicted 1-3 in
RPGs
the
in it.
next 4.
Just
So is this
arrows.
their only win, Mark? Since you were on the 1-3 campaign?
I think that the win in the next 4 is New England, because I think they can confound a rookie quarterback.
So it's
And
not. Oh wow.
yeah, I
Well,
think.
you beat
Listen,
Buffalo, Mark.
they don't look
Yo,
great. Buffalo
Mark's
doesn't
out,
look
man.
great. I'm just telling you, Buffalo does not look great. But the Jets' run game, I need to see it, and I don't know what kind of rushing attack they're going to have. That it's a serious problem for me
Hey,
in this kind of game.
Remember last week how I told you that I didn't really exactly have a great feeling. I think they're going to take Buffalo out on Monday.
Take
I
them out
really
I'm
do.
telling you,
I have a
with
really
the
good
I got
feeling.
arrow.
by 2.
With the arrow.
I got by 2.
Like
I got by 2
listen.
scores.
Speedy.
Sometimes
All right, hold
like
on. Wait,
I
wait,
sometimes
guys. Wait, Dale, real quick, guys. Just make sure we don't do no pointing of you know what's, because we'll get fined like Alan Lazard did.
well I'm just saying, Pete. Sometimes like I think it's maybe some of us grew up in different ways or have experience doing this, but to take down the Goliath, I'm not walking in there short of weapons. I'm not coming with bows and arrows. Like I'm coming with banana clips,
God
and I'm
damn.
coming with soldiers. So I mean, it just doesn't even. It's the talk sounds fine,
Okay.
but it just doesn't sound
Well,
prepared.
wait, hold
Hey,
on,
Jude.
Dale. We got a
Dale, is the
soldier in
bazooka
here.
Mac
Wait,
Hollins? Who's this
wait,
bazooka?
Buckeye. We got a soldier in here. It's Hex. Hex Soldier. What up, Hex? And Hex,
Oh
let me
shit.
hear you,
Oh
Hex.
shit.
Come on,
Speedy.
Hex.
Yo,
Real
the
sweet.
Bills
Here we
rushing
go. Yes, let's
defense.
go,
The
Hex.
Bills rushing defense is number 25. They give up 145 yards a
Whoa!
game. This is the Hall and Breeze Hall show this week, bro. They're gonna show them, bro. And by the way, our tight ends are gonna outperform your tight ends.
I don't know about
Mm.
that.
Yo, not
Chill, bro.
Nah, let
defense
him
20.
cook.
Petey, I think we got to throw Mark in the bathroom.
Nah.
Yeah, we
I
throw him in the
agree,
All
Greg.
right,
bathroom.
I
you guys
agree.
talk your smoke and fire and the rest of it. I'll just sit over here and
Wait,
No,
wait,
say,
Mark.
wait, wait,
Mark,
wait,
this
June,
is
June,
let
this
me
is
see it.
part of
June,
the whole. Mark, come
June.
on,
Who
defend
do you got?
here.
Who do you got winning the game, June?
What you
Who you
say?
got winning the game?
Jared, you
Man,
know that
Jets
answer.
by 2 scores.
No,
Jets by
I need
2.
to hear it, man. Who you got winning?
Yeah,
Oh,
I'm a little
bro, you're getting
disappointed in
screen
you, June.
recorded, June,
June,
on this one.
June, June, I'm a little
Oh, no, 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 no,
disappointed in you,
no, no,
June.
no, no. Take him out of 10.
June,
It's either Jets by 14 or 14 points.
June.
Absolutely, Jets by 2
Okay,
scores.
June. You
Absolutely.
need to step it up
June
because
broke the voodoo curse,
when they
ladies and
were
gentlemen.
playing
He's been
when they were playing other teams, you were kind of backing them other teams. Now your team is on front center, and you kind of talking a little weak right now, cuz you need to come with it,
Damn.
man. You messed me up, June. You these other teams was playing Buffalo, and you was betting money and all this other bullshit. Now your squad is on the motherfucking stage,
I said
and
13
you
or
bullshit.
14 points. What did I say? 3 touchdowns?
Hey,
I got Jets by 2
let's
touchdowns.
go, cuz. Let's go, man. That's what I need, dude. I need more energy. You was a little too quiet for me. Just a little too quiet.
I get,
Are you guys even capable of scoring 3 touchdowns?
wow,
You'll
are you
find out.
capable of scoring
You'll find out this Monday night. I bet you that. I bet you that. You'll
3
find out.
Are you capable of scoring 3 touchdowns?
You know
Dale, are
what,
you
Alan?
there?
Hey,
Hey,
some of
Lawrence,
your
just
boys
jump
just
in.
came
You're
up
gonna
talking
have
about
to.
Alan.
Lawrence, one
Some of your
thing
boys
about
came up talking
when we're
about Alan
talking
being
shit,
Superman.
you gotta just
We
jump in
love
where
that
you fit in,
Superman
bro.
ball. We love that Superman ball in that
Dale,
life. You
Dale,
know how that shit
Dale,
work
you
out.
can't be serious coming off of 9 for 30 and talk about offense right now. You
Right.
can't be serious with
I mean,
nine
I'm
for
not gonna. Are
thirty.
we just gonna ignore the 4 other games, Buckeye? Or I mean,
So
this
did
is a
you watch
week to week thing for you,
Wait,
huh?
4 other
when we
games. Wait.
We
Dale,
gonna
Dale,
ignore
Dale. To be
the
fair,
last 4 weeks.
Dale,
We
to
gonna
be
ignore the
fair,
last 5
to
years.
be fair, 30 to 10 points against the Ravens too. To be fair,
Yeah. What are we talking about, Dale?
exactly?
I'm just saying, not the Arizona. I'm just making a point, Dale. To be fair about the Baltimore game too.
yeah. But listen, that's what I'm saying. Like it's revisionist, quick history that you could just dispel. And we're 6 weeks into the season, and you could quickly dispel 3 of those weeks, even though we're
No,
six
Dale, if
weeks
you
in.
get to play
Come
Arizona
on, man. What
six
are we doing
consecutive
here?
weeks, you'd be good.
All I know,
Yeah,
all I
but
know is, man.
that what I'm trying to say to you, Buckeye, is right now you're Arizona. You
I
hate the
get you.
Ravens. You
I
hate the
get you.
Texans.
I get you.
All I know is, man. June just broke the voodoo curse.
Are
He
you
broke it.
even
So I
Arizona right
appreciate
now?
that.
I don't know about that.
You
Look, man.
Dale, were you part of the get rid
Look,
of
I made
Brady
sure to
crew
set
that
that
I've been
trap up.
hearing on the space? Are you part of the get rid of Brady, or you're not in that camp?
Like he was the captain of fucking.
I mean,
So
Buckeye. I don't know what that has to
No,
do with anything. Like
Man,
I
when
just
people
yo,
listen
I
know
to
that
wish I
Brady
could
was
keep
he's
the
a
this
Stockton
open.
Brady was your Aaron
kid.
Rodgers. He was the savior, bro. Brady was the savior. Rodgers is our
But
savior.
can't you see that your house is burning around you? And
Let
you're
me
talking about my house while your
it's
house is
bad
on fire?
taste. That's what it is. It's a bad take to sit
Like you
there and
need to
say,
worry less about my house and go grab a fire extinguisher, homie.
we're gonna beat your ass, Hulk Hogan.
Lawrence, jump in.
What you gonna do, brother? When the Jets run wild on you?
I think the Bills are a wounded animal right now. James Cook isn't practicing. Their number one
Yo, we
quarterback
got fucking Hulk Hogan, Booker T, and fucking Conan in this
Hey,
motherfucker.
yo, I had to mute. I had to mute that. Whoever didn't have their seatbelt on or is in a car, I had to mute
Yeah,
there.
yeah. Put
Damn.
exactly. That's why the Jets gonna lose right.
out of my car.
All right.
No, and you know what? I think they kept Nathaniel Hackett around because Aaron Rodgers is pretty hurt right now. You know, he doesn't look the same since he got his leg twisted up. So I think during the game on the sideline, that's why they kept him around because I don't see what type of importance he would, anything he would give towards that
Yo,
situation.
yeah. Real quick, let me get to AA Ron. What up, AA Ron? You done messed up.
Hey, what up, brother?
Yo, what's up, PD Martin? Hope you guys having a good Friday. Now, I just wanted to come up real quick to say I don't want to beat the Bills on Monday. I want to destroy them. I want to demoralize them. I want to take them
Yeah.
so far.
Yeah.
That
I
sounds
want them to
good.
look at
When was the
us and
last
then
time
have
y'all
the
destroyed
feelings
the
we had
Bills?
on fucking last
Wait,
year.
hold on. When was the last time y'all ever destroyed the Bills?
I don't know.
When
I
was
think it was
this?
the last time
Let
Zach
me know.
Wilson
When's the
played.
last time you
We
destroyed
gotta go back to
anyone?
the Stone Age.
This is gonna look as bad as Dale's hair on Monday. That's what I'm talking about.
All right.
Wait,
That's
hold
all I
on.
wanted
I
to come
got to
up and say. Hope
defend
y'all have a
Dale
good rest of your
here.
day. I'm going
Is
to stop
Dale
now.
here? Dale, you Buckeye, come on.
I don't have any split ends, motherfucker.
Come
That's all
on,
right.
come on, Petey. Dale
That's all
knows
right.
I
That's all
Dale
right, Buckeye.
knows
You
I
about to
love
go
him.
0-2. You about to
I
go
know,
0-2
I
on
know.
Saturday and Sunday. So you make sure keep that same energy.
Yeah, just tell the Bills we'll see you at 3-3, but
That's all right. The score will be 13-6. Both offenses will suck. We'll find a way to win, like we always do.
By the
But
Fuck
low
way,
key though,
Leashon. Fuck
I
Leashon. That's all I gotta say. Fuck
by
Leashon.
the
hopefully
way,
Josh Allen
Come
guys,
on,
remembers
dude.
where the game
guys.
is.
Yeah, nah. One second, guys. I thought my dad was in here, but today's my dad's 74th birthday. Dad, I love you. Thank you for everything.
Happy birthday.
And
Petey, interesting enough, my dad's 84th birthday today.
wow.
Oh, excellent.
And
Happy
it's
birthday.
my mother-in-law's birthday today too, which is crazy. So
But we don't
happy
care about
birthday.
mother-in-law. We don't care about mother-in-laws in life,
Yeah,
Petey.
it's my
Hey,
dad's birthday.
yo.
Wow.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding, man.
Wow, man. The Bills freaking shit talking gets us to this. Shit.
It looks like your great grandparents didn't pull out the same time of the month 10 years ago.
Wow,
Of
Grant. All right, are
course,
we in the
Brown
shit
comes
talking
with that
segment?
wild statement.
Is that
Yeah,
where
we
we're
got
at?
3 minutes, Hawk.
We passed
Okay.
the shit talking
I have a
segment, Mark.
question.
You need to turn up, Mark.
Well, I'm not fired up, but if we're in the shit talking segment, I'm gonna vacate. So, a question for Bills fans:
Wait.
did the number changes on the back of the jerseys go through for all the skill position players? Are they all wearing number 2? Because these guys fucking stink. All right.
Let me ask you something. What's it gonna feel like when we beat you without Shakir and Cook? Are you really gonna be questioning your existence?
Dale, I
Listen,
don't think you as
Exactly.
confident
With
as you
these
think
shitty
you is.
receivers, we'll still beat your
hey,
ass.
Dale, Dale, it sounds to me like you already setting up for an excuse by
No,
saying
no,
that you
no,
don't.
no, no, Jude. I'm
It doesn't
extremely
sound right.
confident we are gonna beat you. without Shakir and Cook. That's what I'm
I
saying.
don't think you
All
are.
right,
Like,
what
there's
what
no excuse.
Keep that same
No, what's
energy
ridiculous?
Tuesday.
All right, yeah, let's close the space out with this. All right, let's go.
Wait
Score
a minute.
No,
predictions.
Hold
what's the
Oh
on.
no,
prediction?
we'll do this Monday. We'll do this
Jarek,
Monday. I forgot it's Monday night.
Oh, do
Jarek,
this shit now, Petey.
you accidentally DM'd me. I think this was supposed to go to Dale. You said, "Stop talking. I'm worried about this game." Was that meant to go to Dale?
Oh,
Oh,
That's
oh,
dirty. Shared
Yo,
DMs is
shit.
Jarek
dirty,
is actually
Buckeye.
Jarek. I never heard you speechless. You're a class act as
I,
always.
I I'm speechless. I'm speechless. Like he got me.
Wow,
I ain't
so
gonna lie to
that's
you.
the
He got me.
truth. You know what? Not a lot of people tell the
I
truth on
no hold up
Twitter.
no
Good
for real.
job.
That's
Listen.
dirty.
I am worried for two reasons. Number, I'm worried for this. If we win, then Joe Brady stays. If we lose, Joe Brady. Well, actually no, because Joe Brady's on the hot seat. So actually no, Joe Brady's on the hot seat. But if you win, Joe Douglas, and now your interim head coach is going to get a lot of the momentum. But if you lose, your OC may be fired, and you may have to promote the other guy
Ah, Jarek,
that
you
coach the
can't
Can
10
I
years.
pose
fire
a question
somebody
real
at
quick
3-3.
before he gets
You
off?
got
Can I
it.
pose a question? This is Joe Brady is your offensive coordinator, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. How many offensive coordinators y'all gonna go through when y'all just figure out that it's
Before you
Allen?
fire the head coach. Exactly.
I don't know
Well,
that,
Exactly.
but we won 11 games in multiple years with different offensive coordinators. Can you do that? I don't
uh,
think
oh, oh,
so.
oh, oh, yeah. Okay, all right. Yeah, I can't say that. I can't say that. You got me, cuz. You got me. I'm gonna shut up. I'm
You
gonna shut
guys
up.
are like
Hey,
you
Petey,
guys
close
are
the
like
space. Close
people
the
living in
space,
a
Petey.
third world nation mocking us for complaining about us not being happy with the condition of our steak. You're fucking eating rice with worms in it, and you're trying to talk
Wait,
shit about
rice
us
with
complaining
worms,
that
Dale?
our
That
steak
happened to
wasn't
you,
cooked
Dale?
medium rare.
Damn, Dale.
Well,
I don't even know how that tastes. I don't
It
think I
should
want
be
to know how
steak
that
with a
tastes.
worm, bro.
Well, we're gonna be eating filet
Hey,
mignon
Philly,
after Monday night after we go up
you know
first
what this
thing.
sounds like? This sounds
Oh,
like
Willow.
the bum at begging for change, complaining that they only got nickels instead of dollars. Like you guys are complaining, you guys are talking trash from your box because we stay in a one bedroom apartment. Like I mean, I don't understand where all of this bravado
Wait, is
comes
wait,
from.
Whittle,
We,
is the one bedroom apartment furnished? I need to know.
oh, absolutely, absolutely. The
yeah, I was
TV sitting on crates
Beating the Bills in MetLife is not a new thing.
because we're not putting that shit because we're not putting that IKEA shit together.
Beating the Bills in
Um,
MetLife is not a new
He
thing.
said IKEA. Yo.
so listen, I don't understand it.
what are y'all winning Monday night?
Your your
Are
your
you
offense
gonna win Monday?
struggled. Your offense struggled. Your quarterback went 9 for 30. All of these different things that you'll say, and your quarterback threw two. Your quarterback just threw. Just what do you have? 3 interceptions in the last game
Trash. 3
against
interceptions.
Minnesota.
Trash.
Yeah,
Okay,
trash.
and you put up 9 points against Denver at home.
Yep.
Yeah.
So like what are we doing, man?
So we
Like
better not. Widow,
if you're
we
talking
better
shit
not
about
fucking win. We
if you're
better
saying
not win.
if you're saying my Air Force Ones are dirty, you can't have on fake Jordan,
Okay.
and that's what I feel like this conversation is
The
right now.
Joe Brady
Well, look,
Wait, if
funeral
look.
you wear if
Until you get
hold
up
on,
close,
commences.
I'm gonna
Buckeye,
rock
one
these bitches
second.
like they
Guys,
real Jordans.
as
God
we
damn it,
as
you
we
won't know.
close out the
We
space,
about to
I'm
whoop your
sorry. I
ass.
usually don't talk about if you wear fake Jordans today, I'm out like Shark Tank. If you have to wear fake Jordans today, come on, please.
What's wrong with
Petey,
fair? What's wrong
Petey,
with
you want me to
wearing
play
fake
Enter the
Jordans?
Sandman?
No,
Come
no.
on, man. The Yankees. This is Yankees Day.
Well, not in here.
Yes, it is.
Uh,
Yes, it is. But what the? Hey,
Yeah.
hold up,
You
man!
see
Don't
how
do
he
that.
does, June?
what?
Don't
Congratulations
don't
on the
don't. Do that.
Yankees. I want it to be a Subway Series.
Me
Let's
too. Me
go.
too.
All right.
Yeah, oh,
Guys, it's after 10. Have a great weekend. This has been really fun. Appreciate you guys, Bills fans, Dale, Jarek, as always,
Fuck the
Whittle.
Bills, right, June?
Yeah,
what you already ate? What's up?
UG, I
All
see
on one
you, J
accord.
Mix,
One, two,
CB,
Yo, put this man
Mario,
close to
one,
space.
two,
ACL.
three.
Fuck the
Fuck the
Bills.
Yo,
bill.
yo, 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 respect Allen. I think he's gonna complete
Y'all
All
10
couldn't
right.
even be on
passes.
sync. That's how
I
y'all
think
know
he's
y'all
gonna
fucking
complete
up.
10 this
Couldn't
I'm
week.
even be on
hitting mute,
sync.
guys. I'm hitting mute. Have a great weekend, Mark. June, as always, thank you.
Fuck
You
the
too, man.
Bills.
June, you can
No
you
problem.
can close it
Fuck
out
the
with your
Bills.
3 words.
You already know. All together. Come on, Mark. 1, 2, 3. Fuck the Bills.
Have a great weekend,
And
guys.
enjoy your day.